75.
Can't be. It was only 74 on board when it was nicked. I know, I upload the van.
75.
Right, here we are. Let's come. One of you, Phil. Those Monday mornings, eh, Tom?
It's not 10 o'clock yet.
Blimey. Who's she been in a ring with?
Right, where were we?
86 is 40. Then there's...
Oi, what'd you do when you were at school? Play with yourself? Come on, out of the way.
I got it. 48, right?
Sunday police station, can I help you? Yeah, that's right.
Right, if you just wait there for a minute. Excuse me, just a second. Where's June? Is she about?
She's in the charge room at Yorkie, Sarge, but there's a couple of prisoners in there with her.
Right, thanks. Right, this way. Straight on. Oh, hang on. Roy, this is Miss Linfield, a young girl that was assaulted by a boyfriend last night.
I thought the hospital wasn't going to release you for a while.
Silly girl, she walked out.
That casualty department's like Piccadilly Circus. Wait here, wait there, hold this. Drive out the bloody ball.
Have you decided what you're going to do about this fella that done this to you?
Chris Garbage wants to charge him.
Sorry, who are you?
Miss Morrison.
Sandra.
She stayed with Debbie at the hospital last night.
You realise you might have to go to court, give evidence, if we charge Garbage, don't you?
Oh, Pete.
Do your parents know
Take these two
about
girls,
this?
put them in the interview room. Stay with them until I find June
I'm
Ackland.
not expecting answer this evening.
Is that all right, Roy?
To know.
No.
Sorry, what's that?
In the interview room.
Yeah, sure.
All right, ladies, swing.
I'll see you later on, all right? To be on the safe side, don't make a move to nick her boyfriend until you've copped a statement from her. She might change her mind once it comes to putting things down on paper.
You're talking to a whole sweat, Roy.
Yeah, I know that. Did you notice how the other one kept pushing in all the time?
June Ackland will sort her out.
With you, all
That'd be an idea if you took the statement, Bob.
Oh, no, I've got more than enough to do, really.
She might open up to you more than she would to Ackland. Women are funny creatures.
You should know, Roy.
Thank you.
Try again, then. Right now, gentlemen, can anyone tell where the major crime book is, please?
Empty your trouser pockets, will you?
We screwed 3 drums and an off licence in that street, I think. I mean, and that was yesterday or the day before.
What do you mean you think? You either screwed them or you haven't.
I'll have to give you a body search, Angel.
How many have you screwed in the last 3 months?
Hey, not here, love. Come on, pull them up.
About 50. Angel, how many have we done in the last 3 months?
What, screens?
Yeah.
About 50, I think.
50. I thought I was going to get home early tonight.
75, right?
I can't make it out.
Well, that's what it is.
How can you have a van load of mowers nicked and end up with one extra?
Look, sign here and get it all out of my way, out of my station. Come on.
I'll tell you what. There is one way out of this.
What are you doing?
Now I've got 74.
What's all this about?
And one damaged, shop soiled, no good to anyone lawnmower.
What are you talking about?
Well, Sergeant Roach, for recovering 74 mowers, which my governor is well pleased about, has got himself one damaged, shop soiled, no good to anyone, lawnmower. Where do you want me to sign, Sarge?
Don't worry, Deb. He'll pay for this. The bastard. How long are we going to be here? Give me the willies standing there like that.
Bob, Listen, I'm going to be run around with this job that Smith and Ackland brought in.
No, I'm sorry. I've got a statement to take.
No, listen, I just want somebody to restore those lawnmowers that I recovered.
Recovered? That's a laugh.
Oh, come on, whichever way you look at it, it's still police work.
Coming out of a boozer at closing time, half pissed, and finding your car blocked in by a nicked van.
Well, it's foresight.
Foresight? You call it foresight? Calling for the boys in blue to come and tow the van away?
It could have been parked in front of any pub in London. The trick is picking the right one.
Yes, we know all about that. You know what? You could fall into a pile of the old proverbial and still come up smelling roses.
Yeah. Listen, anyway, the driver's coming around sometime this morning to pick him up. He should be here by now.
Well, listen to it. If you had had that foresight, you'd have known that it's already been done. And there's your man.
Ah.
Sorry I've been so long, girls.
Do you think so?
Right. Shall we have a nice cup of tea, then?
Yeah, I'll have a cup. Deb?
You too, Sarge?
Why not?
Oh, what a load of old rubbish. Harrods ought to sue you for using one of their bags.
Well, the Walkman's mine.
Yeah, but it's not going to make you a millionaire, is it, this junk?
Well, it all adds up, doesn't it? I mean, I don't have any trouble knocking up records and tapes to my mates, do I? I mean, Madness, Ultra Vox.
Nick Kershaw.
Nick Kershaw.
If you'd been carrying a Tesco bag, we want to nick you, would we?
I'll be there next time.
That's it. A Live Aid concert ticket.
She always keeps that close to her heart, she does, one.
It's not where I found it. And a spot of the old gouger, Sarge.
Ah.
Who did you sell the records and tapes to? The ones you nicked before?
No. We don't remember.
If we recover some of the items, it's going to help the both of you.
There's been so many.
Just had a call from a Mrs. Wilson. Her flat's been broken into. Transistor radio, her daughter's records and tapes, Harrod's shopping bag, and a couple of credit cards.
Come on.
The syrup angel, give him the cards.
Come on.
Oh.
I can't do anything until I get this down in writing. Now, you knew this before you came here. What are you going to do?
Yeah, she wants to go through with it.
You sure, Debbie? Right, then let's see if I've got this straight before I start writing. You both went with Garbett to the disco. You, Debbie, left with Garbett before the disco ended. Is that right? Then you walked round the back of the building to the waste ground and stood in the fire exit doorway.
And the rest.
Please! Debbie's got a tongue. She can answer for herself. Now, if you interrupt again, I want you out of this room.
No, please don't send her away. I want her here with me.
That's better. Right. Where were we?
Waste ground behind the hall.
Yeah. Behind the hall. Debbie, would you rather talk to a woman police officer?
Oh, now come on, I mean...
I can easily arrange it for you.
We kissed and cuddled for a while. It was nice.
Go on, Debbie. Debbie, I have to know. I have to satisfy myself that there is enough evidence for an assault. Unless something else happened that you haven't told me about.
She ain't gonna tell you with that moron standing there ready to work himself off.
All right, Pete. You're not helping. You're not helping Debbie with your continual interruption. Now, I'm telling you for the last
Oh,
time...
he was loving it, wasn't he? Bocking at us like a dirty old
Shut
man.
up!
Hand up my dress.
Go on, Debbie.
I pushed his hand away. I told him I wasn't that kind of girl.
Debbie, I've got to know. Now, this is important. Did he put his hand on your private parts? Debbie, I have...
Of course he bloody did. And when she pushed him away, he beat her up and raped her. Yeah, bloody well raped her. That's what she's trying to tell you.
Yeah, right. Now, you know where Chris Garbutt works? Pull him in. Then go to his home and pick up any clothing he was wearing last night, particularly underpants.
What next shall I take him to? I can't bring him here.
Tower Walk. Give him a ring, let him know you're coming. I'll sort things out here.
Where are you going to put the girl? It's a poxy place, that interview room.
Somewhere comfortable.
How about the Chief Super's office? He's not about today.
Good idea.
We really love that.
Well, he can please himself. Listen, I'm cautioning the bloke straight away. I don't want any legal cock-up. This goes to the big house.
All right, leave it to me.
Mike.
So, can knock off a couple of them?
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
Yeah, my wife rang earlier. We had a burglary this morning.
Mr. Wilson, is it? Yeah, well, if you just wait here, I'm not going to be officer in charge.
May well be out, madam. I'll put you through Miss Clark.
Look, I've got about 10
The
things.
divisional surgeon, what's her name?
Louise Figg, yeah.
Right, I want her.
Right. Oh, kind and understanding. Is that what you need?
Yeah, she'll come to the station and she's good at rape. That's what I need.
Socko, photographer?
Right, Socko's at DHQ. Photographer's on his way. If
dear.
I'm not about,
When
send
did
him
this
down
happen,
to the
sir?
scene. Now, where's Ackland? She's
where's
done the
Ackland?
course.
Could you hang on a second? She's in the charge room fingerprinting some suspects.
Right, tell her I'll meet her in the waiting room straight away.
Right, I go.
This morning.
Now look at me, pal. I've got enough of my plate.
Mr. Wilson, this is the officer in charge.
Sergeant Roach.
Pleased to meet you.
Look, if you don't keep your fingers limp, I'm going to break them. Now, just relax. Let me do all the work.
Well, we go inside. That's all I want to know.
Jim Galloway wants you.
Oh, does he now? I don't know, Angel. 3 to 20, I should think.
I'll finish that.
Do you mind?
Look, I'm not kidding, June. It's urgent. It's a rape.
Debbie, I'm going to have you moved to another room. More comfortable one than this. Where you won't be disturbed. And where WPC Ackland here can take a more detailed statement from you. Are you sure you're up to it? Look, I know this isn't very nice, but there are other procedures you're going to have to follow as well. I'm afraid it can't be helped, and one is you're going to have to be examined by a doctor.
Oh, she's already been examined by a doctor at the hospital. Does she have to go through all this again?
Well, that would have been for a different reason.
They weren't aware of the circumstances at the time.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be aware either. Debbie wasn't going to tell anybody.
Are you sure you don't want your parents brought in? What about your father, Debbie?
He's dead.
Debbie, I think we should inform your mother. She's bound to find out sooner or later. I think she should be here.
I want my mum to know, I can tell you that. It's all right, Deb, I'm with you. It's got nothing to do with your mother. Right, come on, Debbie. Hey, what's going on?
Just want to have a little chat with you, Sandra.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, I want to have a chat with you now, all right? Just
No,
stay there. Now, you listen to me, young lady, and you listen good. That girl has been through an horrific experience, one she might not get over. But while she's in this, Nick, I'm going to do my best not to put any more pressure on her than is necessary.
Do I want to do that? Come off it, she's my best mate.
And stop butting in when we're trying to create a sympathetic atmosphere.
I'm not, I'm only trying to help.
Shall I tell you what I'm afraid of? I am afraid you're going to give that girl a guilt complex. And I'm not going to let that happen.
I'm only trying to help.
Then don't interfere, Sandra. You're only here because Debbie wants you here.
Called you straight from work. Is that Mr. Wilson?
No, my wife called me at the office.
Have a chair, will you?
Thanks. Caught me as I was about to go out with some clients.
Yeah. And you came straight here, did you?
No.
Cigarette?
No, thanks. No, I went home first.
Well, you know that we caught the drummers, the burglars on this theft?
So I believe.
Yeah, well, it's a nice little job.
Daughter's radio, I recognise that.
Yeah, yes, of course. And we mustn't forget these.
Where's the rest?
The rest?
Rest of the property stolen from my flat this morning.
Like what?
Like, my wife's Cartier wristwatch, jewellery, £700 cash, valuable platinum cufflinks, early Victorian, a silver teapot with ornate handle.
Mrs. Linfield, this is Detective Inspector Galloway from Sunhill Police Station.
George III snuff
It's about your
box.
daughter, Debbie.
800 at least.
I'd like you to come down to the station now, please.
3
Yes,
hours.
please. We've reason to believe she's been assaulted.
Coins.
She's
Yes.
all right now.
Really?
She's here and she's safe.
They must
if you
have
could
taken
bring
that as
change of
well, the
clothing,
bastards.
I see. What are we talking about, Mr. Wilson?
In value,
Oh, yes.
altogether I'd say at least 10,000.
10,000, eh?
At least.
At least. And of course you were well covered by insurance funds.
Luckily, yes.
You all right in there, Debbie?
Yeah, she's fine. That's the unclothes and dress.
Cheers. Look, can you get her to wrap that round her for now? And I need her shoes as well.
What's all that for?
Forensic. Come in.
It's the best I can do at the moment. Somebody's nicked all the overalls.
Oh, it'll have to do, I suppose. Debbie, can you just slip that on a minute? Isn't there a dress or something in the property store she could wear? That's ridiculous.
Her mum's on the way.
Listen, I thought you said...
Shush! With a change of clothing. Well, I know it ain't exactly Yves Saint Laurent, but some girls can
Look,
make...
it's only temporary, Debbie, all right? There are some other clothes on the way. Sue, can you take that down to forensic for me?
I'll leave you to it then, Jim.
He's joking.
I'm afraid not.
Well, this reads like a catalogue from Sotheby's. I mean, a Georgian snuff box. He's trying it on.
Let me see.
I don't believe it. There's no way we're going to put up our hands to that lot.
Oh, it's insurance fiddle. Anybody can see that. You heard what the sergeant said. His wife only reported a couple of things missing, didn't she?
You can forget about the guilty plea. You got no chance.
Well, the man's adamant.
Well, then the man's a villain. He's the one who should be charged.
CID DS Roach.
Ted, is Roy about? Tell him we had Garbett in Tower Walk Nick. And he prefers to remain silent about things. At the moment.
Has this geezer Wilson got receipts for all this?
Every item.
I'm not going down for something I didn't nick.
Me neither, that's for sure.
Go. Look after them, will you? Bob Cry's just been on the blower. They've got Garbett down a Tower Walk.
Great. I'll call him back now.
Listen, can I have a word? In private.
Better be quick.
Well, you're not saying a lot.
I'm still trying to work out what a syrup is. Listen, get Edwards to do the searches on both Garbett and the girls.
Yes, right, but the owner of this drum...
A2.
The owner of this drum that was done this morning, I am pretty positive it's an insurance fiddle. I mean, it's gone from a couple of records and a radio to the Getty collection. And there is no way that I can make this little firm pleat nearly 10,000 quid's worth of gear.
I'm not surprised, would you?
Right, then what?
I think I screamed again.
When you say you screamed...
Miss, I don't know your name.
I'm sorry, June.
Could I have a shower or something,
I'm
please,
sorry,
June?
Debbie, I can't.
Washing a hand basin will
Not
do.
until the doctor's examined you, I'm sorry.
That's a bit off, innit?
The doctor has to take... Well, you might wash away evidence. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think I understand.
Good.
How long's this bloody doctor going to be, then?
You do want to see a woman doctor, don't you, Debbie? In that case, we'll just have to wait.
It's all right for you, isn't it?
Right,
Scribbling
let's
there,
get
if you
on,
wish.
shall we?
You're getting a kick out of this, aren't
Please,
you?
Sandra, no.
Knickers damp yet?
I have, but...
What's all that? Now get out! You can't do that!
I'm going, that's your problem.
Thanks a lot, Ted.
I don't care a damn! I don't want you in this room another minute! Now will you go?
What's going on in here?
This cow is trying to throw me out! Sir, for some reason, I don't know why, this girl is obstructing my investigation. Deb wants me here, don't you, Deb? I don't know what I want you out!
Come on,
now!
Out.
I'll get you for this! I want my mum here!
I don't know what your game is, young lady, but you're going the right way to being nicked.
I don't want Deb taking advantage of, that's all. She's been through a lot.
Nothing to what you're going to go through if you keep on performing like this. Sir, the doctor's arrived. She's in the front office. Cheers. Take this young lady to the canteen and stay there. Don't let her wander. She's a material witness. Right?
Here, how long am I going to be here?
Well, I'm ready. This way.
You will be nice to me, won't you?
You'll be down any second. So, they're keeping you busy, don't
my
you think?
baby.
I've got to preside over a victim support meeting this afternoon. There's a possibility I'll be here. I'll be the one to support that.
Probably is.
Dr. Fig.
Inspector Galloway.
Sorry to drag you out like this.
That's what I'm here for. Thank you, Sergeant Penny.
Right.
You know the way?
Yes.
Mr. Galloway, so before you go.
Excuse me.
Go. Mrs. Linfield's in the waiting room. Carver's with her at the moment.
I'll be down in a couple of minutes, all right?
What have we got, Roy?
The usual, the prisoners at Tower Walk.
No complications?
Straightforward. Exactly as I gave it to you over the phone. Beat her about the face, pushed her to the ground, pulled her knickers down round her ankles, and that was that.
What kind of girl is she?
Sensitive, I'd say. Withdrawn, greatly influenced by this other girl, Morrison.
And now you've managed to separate them.
You could say that.
We all know you have the right to remain silent. And it's good that we have such a thing built into our legal system. But sooner or later, chummy, you're going to have to start talking to somebody.
I do hope I brought the right trousers. She's very fussy about things like that.
I'm sorry about what happened to your daughter, Mrs. Linfield.
Wrong colour. Oh, well, I'm bound to be in trouble.
I really don't know what to say, except I'm sorry. It must have been a great shock to you.
I was going to bring the jeans and sweaters, but then I realised the jeans were in the wash.
She, deserved it, you know.
Deserve what?
What she got.
Oh, yeah?
Egged him on. She's a teaser.
And you're not?
Do you want to try me?
Wasn't that I didn't like him?
Until I couldn't struggle any longer.
He was quite good looking, really.
Is that right? Is that why you didn't tell anybody about this at the time? Because you liked him? Or because you were afraid?
I didn't want to get him into trouble. Sandra said I should come and see you just...
What?
All right, Jim.
Look, sir, I am trying to take a difficult statement. Now, I cannot do it if I am being continually interrupted by you or anyone else.
Sorry, June. Doctor's here.
That poor girl shouldn't have to go through this anymore. It's not right. If you were any sort of man, Garvey, if you had any decency left, you'd plead to this. Come on, Chris. Give the girl a break, eh?
Inspector Galloway's in charge of this case.
I've got to wait for him before I can see her.
Oh, yes, but you can rest assured he's doing everything possible
Yes? Why should he? Debbie's just another case. Another girl who brought it on herself. That's what you all think, isn't it?
No, we don't.
I know what the police are like.
Mrs. Linfield, it's not like that now. Everyone in the station pulls together at times like this. Was to get at the facts and to try to make the victim as comfortable as possible. We feel it's important to be sympathetic.
Please. Don't call Debbie a victim.
I'm sorry. That was the wrong choice of words.
I know you're trying to help. But you're just saying what they've told you to say. Thanks anyway.
Mrs. Linfield, sir? I know it's Mrs. Linfield, please. You can go now, Carl. Sir? Mrs. Linfield, Inspector Galloway. It was me that phoned you.
Yes, well, I'm over the initial shock now. Please don't patronise me. I don't think I could stand it. I'd like the truth. No matter how brutal or unsavoury.
Yes, of course.
Dark's what?
Oh, the man with the lawnmowers. What can I do for you, mate? For me? Oh, hang on, I've lost you, mate. You left a mower for me with Sergeant Penny? And you want it back? I'm sorry, mate. I haven't got the faintest idea what you're on about. But I'll have a word.
There. Now that didn't hurt, did it?
No. Is that it, Doctor?
Not quite.
So what do you do in your spare time?
What do you want to know?
I thought you might like to take me out.
What makes you think I want to take you out?
Because you fancy me.
I fancy a lot of things right now. Yorkie?
Yeah?
Like what?
Look after the lady while I attend to the call of nature, will you?
Yeah, sure.
I'll come and hold it for you if you like. Maybe I can do something for you, Yorkie.
Yeah. Yeah, you could, you could tell me what the hell's a syrup.
Gibber! What's up with you then, mate? Somebody need your copy of War Cry?
Nothing. I was just thinking about the girl who was raped and that's all.
Well, I heard it. She's a bit of a teaser, mate.
Who told you that?
Oh, it's two sides to every story, Jim. Haven't you ever had a come along, you know, thought you was on a promise? No, I don't suppose you have.
Sometimes you make me pimp, Oswald.
Oh, dear. Sold you the old innocent, has she?
There's nothing innocent about it.
Too right.
Must have been bloody well raped, Pete.
You'll get over it. Truth be known, she probably enjoyed it.
How can you say that? But rape's not a sex experience. It's as vicious as soul.
Oh, knock it off. Most of them ask for it. Mind you, clean her up a bit. I'll give it one myself.
You bastard! God! What if she's pregnant?
I know it's not much comfort to you, Mrs. Linfield, but I can arrange for Debbie to have a scan at the local hospital. And there are organisations, sincere people who give support
To victims?
Yes.
Yes. Well, if that man's diseased, Debbie, will these people, these organisations castrate the bastard for me? Tell me that!
I wish there was an answer to all your questions, Mrs. Linfield, but there isn't. He'll be punished, I promise you.
I'm sorry. Giving you a bad time. I seem to want to punish everybody, except myself.
What makes you think it's your fault? This boy who...
Raped. I'm getting used to the word now.
How long has Debbie been going out with him?
Debbie never even mentioned her boyfriend.
Chris Garbutt, I think his name is.
Chris Garbutt.
Yeah. Do you know him?
Do I know him? Chris Garbutt's not Debbie's boyfriend. Chris Garbutt's Sergeant Bloody Morrison's boyfriend.
Right then, two of those searches on Christopher Garbutt have come up. Right. My God, what happened to you?
No speed. I get there every so often.
You're right to carry on?
Yeah.
Hi, what's happening?
Oh yeah, Ted Roach is looking for you. He's in a funny mood.
That's not unusual. What have you been up to?
Nosebleed, Sarge. They come and go.
Try leading with your left next time.
Tell me more about the Morrison family. They live near you, don't they?
Family. Is that what you call them? I blame the mother for most of this.
Why's that?
Look, 2 brothers, 3 sisters, all latchkey kids. Yeah, they're all gone the same way.
Which way's that?
Don't play games, Mr. Galloway. You know what I mean.
Tell me more about Sandra.
She's the worst. When she was 14, men used to pick her up in cars after school. Can you believe that? She used to come home all hours of the morning after doing God knows what. Then sit down and write her own late note for school the next day. Can you believe that?
You see, Sandra and Debbie are poles apart. That's what I find difficult to understand. They're complete opposites. What could they possibly have in common?
Well, they've no friends, don't you see?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
Look, Debbie's very shy. She finds it hard to make friends. And everybody detests Sandra. She's always been an objectionable little bitch.
Then why did you allow the friendship?
I couldn't stop it. Anyway, Debbie was being left out. It's lonely. Other girls her age had boyfriends. So I encouraged her to go out, meet people. Go to discos. Do something interesting with her life. I never thought it'd turn out like this.
Wish I could promise you some future, Chris. Some hope. But I can't. It's going to be a hard journey. Fingers pointing. People whispering behind your back. Rapist. Rapist. People like you, if they're strong, they survive. Outwardly. But inside, they can't come to terms with themselves. We've seen it all before, haven't we, Mike?
Got to search your conscience, Chris.
You're going to tear yourself apart mentally. End up in a loony house. Is that what you want? Banged up? Nobody to talk to?
Can I have one of them?
Yeah, sure.
Look, all I'm going to say is I didn't mean to do it. I was drunk. And she led me on. That's it.
Debbie, when this thing happened to you, what were your feelings mentally? Can you remember? If you can't, it doesn't matter.
I remember being terrified. I remember screaming and hitting out at him. Then my mind went blank for some of the time.
I expect it did, Debbie. Have you had much sexual experience? Many boyfriends?
No, never.
I know it may seem a bit uncaring and silly, perhaps, but I would rather wait at home than hang about here.
I do understand. If you were present at the medical examination, it might upset you more.
It's not a very good example for my daughter, eh? Distraught mother.
Not really. Look, when everything's finished, I'll give you a call. And I'll tell you what, I'll run Debbie home if necessary.
Well, you will explain to her, won't you?
Of course I will.
Thank you. You've been very kind listening to me babbling on like this.
Bye-bye.
I forgot. She'd never forgive me. Thank you. I'll wait for you then at home.
Sue, I want a word with you. This is
Salthouse
not good
police
enough.
station?
You should know better
Hello,
than to allow a
Sarge.
report like this to go through. And it's not the first
I
time.
don't know
it's
exactly where
happened.
is it,
Go
ma'am,
back,
Sarge.
do it all
He's not in
again.
his office, I know
That's a
that.
good
Can you
girl.
hang on a
By,
minute?
lunchtime.
Sergeant Penny!
Yeah, no need to shout, PC Carver. Here I am.
It's Sergeant Carr on the phone for Inspector Galloway. Do you know where he is? It's important.
I'll go and have a look for you.
Can you hold on a minute, Sarge? Smart-ass remarks from you, thank you very much.
Haven't said a word, Gov. Sergeant Cryer's on the phone. Wants you urgently.
Right. Doctor's room, thank you. There we go. Cheers. Yes, Bob?
Roy, he's admitted it. But he won't make a written statement, and he won't be medically examined.
But that sounds like a not guilty plea by the time we get to court. And I don't want to put this guy in the witness box if I can help it. Listen, fill me in with the rest.
Got you. I want a word with you, Penny. One in here. Got some more of your goodies there, have you?
What are you talking about?
I've just had a very unusual phone call from Dark's Garden Products.
So?
I've got to come and pick up the lawnmower I left you, Sergeant Roach. The firm wants it back. You know Sergeant Roach. The damaged, shop-soiled, no-good-to-no-one mower.
Oh, that one.
Yes, that one.
It's got to go back.
I know it's got to go back.
It's in the back of my car. I'm going to take it back when I get a chance. Ted, you can't You didn't seriously think I was trying to have you over, did you?
Keep trying for a medical examination, Bob. Then at least we've got something tangible. Get the local soccer over there to do the exhibits, and I'll see you back here later, all right? Cheers. Oh, hold on a minute, Bob. Just got to grab its bits and pieces. There's nothing much. Three findings of guilt, 4 convictions, mostly criminal damage, nothing of a sexual nature. Why don't you make a statement? Get it down on paper.
Anything else?
Garber is a stubborn individual who pleads not guilty in the face of overwhelming evidence.
Yeah, tell me something new.
Or the jungle, eh? Survival.
Right. What about the 2 birds?
No trace, but for your information, Morrison is Garbett's girlfriend.
Is that right? Huh. Oh, you can't trust anyone.
No, too true. I'll see you back here later, OK? Cheers. Cheers. Tell Muswell I want... What have you done to your nose?
It bleeds.
Well, I can see that. You want to do something about it.
I have. What do you want to speak to Muswell about, sir?
Ring the canteen and tell him I want Morrison in my office now.
Sir.
Sandra Morrison.
Who's she?
Your girlfriend.
Nah, don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you think I've been hanging about here long enough? Well, say something. Don't keep bogging me like that. Don't have one of them dirty old raincoats with holes in the pockets,
Why
do
didn't you tell me Chris Garbett was your boyfriend?
He's not.
Sandra, we've got him in custody.
He's lying.
Oh, no, he's not, Sandra. He has to tell the truth, don't you understand? His future depends upon it. And so does yours, young lady. So let's have it, Sandra.
I didn't tell him to beat her up, to rape her, did I? She's my friend.
Then tell me what happened.
Debbie was always boasting about being a virgin. No man was ever going to touch her till she was married. That's how it all started.
And you were jealous?
No, I wouldn't say I was jealous. Just couldn't believe she was that innocent. Chris couldn't either. She was a lying cow, he said. Anyway, while she was dancing...
This is at the disco?
Yeah. Chris and me was at the bar. I had this kind of bet. Not really a bet, more of a dare.
Go on.
That he couldn't... Well, screw her. Chris threatens he's irresistible to any girl. He's only got to look at them and they drop their knickers.
I got a few like that at this station. Except they don't go around raping girls.
I didn't know he was going to do that, I swear it.
I need a bit more convincing than that.
When Debbie came back to the bar from dancing, Chris asked her to dance with him. I must have danced for about half an hour, maybe a little bit longer. I know I had to buy myself 2 more vodkas and orange.
And you were watching all the time while they were dancing?
Yeah.
Enjoying it, were they?
Must have been about 1-ish when they left the hall. Arms round each other.
Arms round each other, eh? Were you jealous? Come on, Sandra. Your boyfriend going out like that with your best mate. What if they clicked? What if it turned out to be a love job?
No, it wasn't like that.
Must have entered your head.
No.
Or perhaps up until that moment you thought your chance was so great that Chris Garbett wouldn't go...
There's plenty more where he came from.
Are there? That was the turning point, wasn't it?
I don't know what you mean.
Spite, Sandra. You turn your spite from Debbie to Chris Garbett.
She didn't ask for all that. I could have killed Chris.
You did incite him.
No.
And now you're after punishing him because he did exactly what you dared him to do.
I didn't dare him to rape her. He was going to screw her, not rape her. That's different.
Bit of a reckless dare on your behalf, wouldn't you say? Has he ever been violent to you? I'm not entirely satisfied with your story, Sandra. I think you took a far more active part in this than you're letting on.
Would I have encouraged Debbie to press charges if that was true?
Attack is the best form of defence. And up until now, you've covered yourself pretty well playing the role of the caring friend.
I've told you the truth.
Do you know what the truth is? Take her down to the detention room until I've made further inquiries.
No. I'm not going in any room. You can't do that. Off me! Off me! Off me!
Dr. Fink.
You always have that effect on young girls.
Story of my life, it would seem. Please, sit down. Now, tell me. What good news have you got for me?
I can always expect hospitality at Sun Hill. It's my favourite nick, you know. Cheers.
Cheers. Right. What's your findings?
Gynecological examinations are always difficult in these circumstances, but I have excellent forensic samples for you. Blood, saliva, semen stains, pubic hair, swabs back and front. All good stuff, Roy.
I'll stick to being a policeman if you don't mind.
But I must confess you do have a slight problem.
Problem?
I'd take another swig of that, Roy, if I were you. Come on, you'll need it. Our Debbie is Virgo intacta.
Virgin?
Pure as the driven snow.
You must be joking.
Garbett, I'd say, was a young man in great haste.
Sarge!
Yes?
I've got it!
What?
I've just realised.
Realised what?
Syrup! Syrup of figs! Wings!
Oh, my God.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh, it's great.
It's not unusual, Roy.
Well, think Garbett's ego, if he's got one.
A terrified girl in that position wouldn't know what was happening. It's quite feasible.
I know that, but to actually believe you've been raped.
Certainly, particularly if you're a young girl with no sexual experience.
What about Garbett?
Oh, bull at a gate.
And Debbie has no idea?
What, that she's still a virgin?
Yes.
No, I thought I'd break the news to you first.
Well, better go and tell her, shall we?
Yes.
Now remember you're on bail. Get yourself some legal advice. I can't be fair in that, can I?
Looks at that bastard Wilson.
Never mind about Wilson. If I find he's lying, his feet won't touch the ground. Be here in 3 weeks.
Keep out of trouble in the meantime, I
Let me talk. Do you like my shoes?
Yeah, they're nice.
They're the first ones I bought myself. My mum usually buys everything for me out of the catalogue.
Your mum does a lot for you, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Come in.
How are you feeling now, Debbie? All right?
A lot better, thanks.
Dr. Figgy's got something to tell you.
Debbie, this is going to come as a surprise to you. A pleasant one, I'm sure. You're still a virgin. You haven't been raped, Debbie. I think you better sit down. Perhaps it would be better if you both left while I have a chat with Debbie.
Sure.
Yeah.
You see, Garbett attempted, but he didn't quite make it. Virgin.
Let's have a smoke. I need it.
What a turn up for the books. I'll be believing in fairy tales next.
Yeah, well, I don't want to go into that.
Well, what about the charges, sir?
I'm not worried about that. I've got plenty of evidence for attempted rape. As long as Debbie comes up trumps in her statement. So, when the doctor's finished, straight back up to the Chief Super's office and get that statement completed, because without it, we're snookered.
Well, where's Morrison? What about her?
I'll push for conspiracy to rape.
Eh? Is Morrison involved?
Don't you know the full story, then?
No.
Morrison is Garbett's girlfriend. She put him up to it.
Yeah, that figures. Oh, conspiracy's a bit thin, though. You'll have a hard time proving that.
Well, I haven't finished questioning her yet, have I? Anyway, she might plead and turn Queen's evidence.
A fat chance.
You know, what I really don't understand is how any girl can send her boyfriend out to screw another girl.
Oh, I don't know. Morrison's pretty hard, you know. Oh, she's probably never done it for love, only to keep a boyfriend. What else has she got going for her?
Yeah. That's another way of looking at it, I suppose.
You see, I reckon Morrison probably regrets sleeping around. Well, she can't turn the clock back, so she does the next best thing. She brings Debbie down to her level.
Could be.
I feel quite sorry for Sandra.
Yeah, well, that's what she'd like you to think.
Men will never think the same way as women, that's for sure.
Thank God. Anyway, it'll all come out in court. Listen, I've got a few calls to make. As soon as you finish that statement, bring her to me, all right?
Maybe you've got a sexual problem.
Don't be stupid.
Maybe you need some help.
You winding me up or what? What I need help for, there's nothing wrong with me. What do you think, I'm gone in the head?
There's nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed about.
Having a sense of revulsion. What are you two on about?
Well, there are people who specialise in your type of problem.
I don't have a problem.
Look, all I've got to do is pick up the phone and I can have someone here within the hour.
To do what?
Talk to you.
A doctor?
Yeah.
Who are you trying to keep, for God's sake? Do you think I'm some punter you pulled in out the street? I ain't been examined by any doctor and that's that, all right?
Your prerogative, Chris. Lock him up, mate. Come on.
Hang about, wait a minute. What me own doctor is no deal.
Now we're getting somewhere. Tell you what, I'll let your own doctor be present. How's that?
It was a bit of a shock you changing your mind like that. You sure you won't give evidence?
They were my friends. At least Sandra was.
Conspiracy, attempted rape, there's serious charges, Debbie. Without your evidence, I don't have a case.
I want to forget the whole thing.
I can appreciate that. But what worries me is if I throw this case out, Galloway will think he's got a licence to go and do it to some other poor girl, someone not as fortunate as you.
I couldn't give evidence. Please, don't force me to.
Will you at least think about it?
Yes, I'll think about it.
That's not the way out, love. This way. Having to kiss this case goodbye really leaves a nasty taste in my mouth that really hurts me.
I don't think you're the one who's been hurt, are you? All this the doctor said to me says, well, it's like I've been given a fresh start. It's important to me. I don't want to spoil it.
I understand.
I don't ever want to relive that nightmare, especially not in a courtroom. I just couldn't take it.
It's all right. I understand. Come on, I'll take you home.
No, please, I want to
Debbie,
hurry
please,
up.
I promised your mum. Debbie!
Galloway. So? Area car's just been on. There's been a suspicious death. They want you to attend.
Where?
Back at the old fire station. Looks like he's been there all night. One of those mornings, eh, Guff?
Too early for you, is it, Pete?
Late for it if you ask me, Sarge.
Oh, shut it, Mudge, or people will start using it as an accent.
Sorry to have dragged you from your orthopaedic bed, Hollis, but there is work to be done.
Well, don't frighten him, Sarge.
Oi! All right, listen up. Listen up. Listen up. Right, there's been no overnight disasters.
No, traffic looks like an overnight disaster.
No acts of terrorism. I'm sending Ackland out with you today, Carver, because there's been an increase in those handbag snatches round Grove Street car park and supermarket.
Sarge? Well, perhaps they should stop calling it Safeway.
Oh, very droll. Thought it'd be a bit early for your brain.
I got well oiled last night, didn't it, Taffy?
Any description, Sarge?
What?
Are the bag snatchers?
He means, are they black?
Only description we have is youths. Assorted.
Unlucky, Master.
And a crocodile bag steak and Sarge.
How should I know? What is this?
The blacks won't go near crocodiles. That's why, Sarge. It must be whites.
Oh, all right. Playtime's over. Go on, off you go to do what you're paid for.
Wait. Morning, all.
Morning, Tom. A memo from the Chief Super. All personnel are expected to attend Sunday's five-a-side football match. This is the last event in our community fortnight and we want to put on a good show. The chairman of the Rotary Club will be present to award a cheque to the boys' club. Got anything further on that? Yorkie?
Me, Sarge?
Well, you are community officer.
Oh, well, Rotary Club's a bit eyebrow for me, Sarge. I only get the Asian Shopkeepers Action Group.
All right. Any excuses for absences will be reported to the Chief Super. Now, I want you all well turned out to support our brave lads. God help them. Go on, off you go.
Come on, you yellows.
Oi, Viv. Help Hollis through to the front office, will you?
Wouldn't it be quicker to bring the front desk to Reg, Sarge?
That's not funny, Sarge.
Am I laughing?
Put yourself in them dark alleys, Jimbo.
So you've pulled at last, Junie.
Your sense of humour is like your breath, Muswell.
Oh, members of the public only this way.
Yeah. Solid.
What?
They gone, have they?
Is it important, then?
Yeah, it's about a five-a-side.
Oh, yeah, we had memo read to us.
What memo?
From the Chief Super, he wants everyone at the match.
Oh, no. This is about a training session tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, pin up a notice.
You know, none of your lot can read. That's why they put pictures on wanted posters.
They could be around during the day, you know.
Look, can I call them up on that?
Not a toy, is it, Mike? Mike? Mike! I wasn't being awkward.
It's just the game's on Sunday and we've only had one session together.
How do you rate your chances?
Speaking as an optimist, nil. With you lot cheering us on, though, we might not be such a bunch of wallies. You are coming, aren't you?
Of course.
Who is it? Well, Galloway's out already.
Oh.
It's his day for his daughter. They're going to the zoo.
Well, that's original.
You bringing the wife and the boy?
Yeah, he's football crazy. That's what I wanted to have a word about. He'll only come if I'm playing.
Ah.
Any chance of me subbing?
Well, it's only a five-a-side friendly, Bob.
Yeah. What about a ref? I know the game.
The youth club's supplying the ref.
OK. But if you need a player...
Absolutely. We are playing a youth club, Bob.
Yeah.
Well, kids just out of school. I mean, my lot's only a couple of years older and they get exhausted putting the trainers on.
You saying I'm out of condition?
Well, there's a lot more running about in a five-a-side.
Are you saying I'm too old and out of condition?
Oh, come on, no, I didn't
Bloody
mean that.
cheek! Just because I sit behind the desk all day doesn't mean I'm not fit. I keep active.
What, a pint and a game of darts?
Yeah.
Here's a WPC here. He's earned herself a commission. They go over the drug trafficking. Oh.
Do I look fit to you?
Yeah.
Good.
Bit to drop, Sarge.
What's all this?
It's Eddie Childs.
Smarten yourself up, mate.
Sorry, Dan?
Your tie. Don't mind officers looking scruffy in court. Size of a result today. That Eddie Charles is long overdue.
Don't worry.
That's my middle name. Where's Ted? What's this? This is 3 days old, dated Monday. I wanted to see this as soon as it came in. We've got a murder sitting in our laps, and I'll be in there doing my crime statistics.
A murder? Who's dead?
Roach will be when I get hold of him. That old tramp on the canal. Listen, go in that canteen and get him out. I'll be in there stuffing his face and get me a coffee, all right?
I've only been 5 bloody minutes. You lot want shooting, you know that, don't you? You're like bloody vultures waiting to pounce. Oh, don't give me that. Why aren't you out getting them bloody diplomats, eh?
Having problems, sir?
I was, just explaining to this
Rather
woman.
loudly, it seems, sir. I'm sure she knows her job.
Of course, of course. I was only 5 minutes.
5 minutes? I'm lucky to get a fast food hamburger in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I may have been a bit longer.
You've been overparked by 15 minutes.
Yeah, but
Take the ticket and add it to your household budget, sir, if I was you. This is your car, is it?
Yes, yes, it is my car. Oh, jeez. Excuse me. I must be going.
Thank you.
They should clamp 'em all.
It's my first week.
Oh, thought you were a new face. Canteen. How's it going?
Bit early to tell.
Nah, don't worry. I'll be around. You want to get yourself some decent shoes. Try Dr. Martens.
TM'd? No thanks.
Do them in your size. Air soles. Very comfortable. We'll wear them down at the station. You doing anything Saturday?
Working.
Sunday?
No?
Fancy a lunchtime drink? Nothing special, my treat. Do you know the town of Ramsgate pub? See you there 12 o'clock. My name's Pete.
Helen.
Not Rita.
Rita.
Lovely Rita meter maid. Beatles.
Oh, old Mike's got a mutiny on his hands. Five-a-sider's thrown a fit.
Don't give a toss. Come here, Ted. It's dated Monday.
Yeah, well, it only came in Tuesday afternoon.
Today's Thursday. I found it on that tip you called a desk.
Yeah, well, I've been working on more important cases.
I know what you've been working on. This is a murder. Have you read it? Head beaten in, cigarette burns.
Yeah, I've read it. I was working towards it.
Working towards it? It's a murder.
Yeah, of a wino. I've got that robbery with violence and that porno job.
Now you've got a murder, which, as you know, takes priority. You know the procedure. You're the one always moaning about not getting on in the force. And then we have a conversation like this.
Meaning?
Meaning? Photos, interviews, doss houses, hostels.
I know the drill.
Then what are you waiting for?
I've known of them for years. There was another bloke with... Aye! Little buggers! You all right?
I dropped my fish.
Yeah, but are you all right? Do you want me to get you an ambulance?
No, I'm all right. That's my lunch.
Now, are you sure you're all right?
Bit shaky. Nothing a cup of tea won't cure. Will you see me home?
Yes, of course I will. I'll just have to wait for my colleague to come back first, though.
I only live across the road.
Right.
Down there.
Oh, just hang on a second. Hey, Jim, what happened?
I fell off a blinking wall. They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, I just slipped over.
Better get an ambulance for your friend here.
Oh, don't worry about him. He's old enough and ugly enough to look after himself.
Oh, thanks, June.
Right, we better get you home. Are you sure?
Yes, I want to go home.
Come on, then. What's your name, love?
Wilmore. Mrs. Wilmore.
Look, I better get down the station.
Yeah, get that ankle seen to, eh?
I'll see you later.
Bob?
What is it? Bob, listen. I'm trying to fit a name to this description. A wino's all I've got at the moment. Right, nice, aren't they? He was a mess before he was banged on the head. Listen, can you get in touch with missing persons and such, and I'll go and have a word with the Sally-Ann?
I mean, I pay my rates.
Tom Penny will help you with this.
Excuse
me, sir.
It's a bit more complicated.
Tom, right, got a minute. Can you give Ted a hand with that, and I'll take care of this?
Right, okay.
Tom, can you do a search for me?
Yeah, what is it?
He was hitting the head with a brick or something.
Maybe somebody was trying to kill his headlights.
Go to Mr. Butler's discount shop in Keel Parade. Suspected unlicensed street trader causing a disturbance.
Got the time, Constable?
Yeah, our mum's expecting us home for tea. Does your head go right up inside your rat?
Watch it. Mr. Butler?
Yes. They went as soon as they saw you. Well, that's all I wanted. You know, it's no good for business. People can't get into my shop.
Either of these two involved?
Us? We're ex-Boy Scouts, Dibdib.
I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of people. How do I know? They're gone now. That's it.
Hard luck, Mr. Plod.
Piss off.
Oh. Don't bother, lovey. It's been cut off.
For how long for?
Since I didn't pay the bill, the Social Security are coming tomorrow. They'll get it put back on again. The scullery's through there. Put a saucepan of water on, will you?
All right.
The gas is still on.
Don't you get a pension?
Of course I do. I spend it. And a widow's pension too. Ah, good. I'd give you a pension and expect you to sit at home saving it up to pay all the bills they're going to send you. Well, that's not for me. As soon as I get the money in my hand, I'm off out. Round the bingo. That's where my friends are now. If I ever win, I'll pay a bill. That's why the gas is still on. If your children aren't going to look after you, make sure you die before your husband. Have you got any children, lovey?
No.
Worth the pain and suffering they put you through. Here you are. Help yourself to sugar.
Oh.
Work hard enough and long enough, so long as we're able. We shouldn't have to sit around worrying about paying bills when we're old. Make sure your husband leaves you well provided for. It's a lonely life. When you wake up in the middle of the night, it's so quiet. It's the sound of his breathing in bed. He used to snore sometimes too.
Yes, here, Jim, if you've trodden something, don't go treading it all in here.
I've twisted my ankle.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Yeah.
What's happened?
I was chasing a couple of yards, Sergeant, who went and fell off a bloody wall.
And have been to the hospital?
No, Sergeant, look, can I sit down? Look, it don't hurt that much if I can take the weight off it.
Look, injury on duty. You've got to go to the hospital. That's got to go in the book, that.
I thought I'd see the shift out, Sarge.
Yeah.
Well, do you want me to go out, Sarge?
No. No, get Sergeant Penny for me, will you?
Right.
Shall I call an ambulance, Sarge?
No.
Reg, get Jim a cup of tea or something.
I told you, I just fell over.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll tell you what, I'll make it hot and sweet, eh? That's good for shock and
Can you
pain.
tell Sergeant Penny that
Reg,
Sergeant Price?
You've got Sergeant Penny for this?
Yeah,
Oh,
They're trying
Tom,
to find
there you
out
are.
where it
Right. Carver, he's just turned his ankle.
We'll get him to the hospital.
Yeah, he's going in later. What are you doing upstairs?
Searching the voters' register.
Could Hollis do it?
A monkey could do it.
Good. Did you hear that, Reg?
Yeah, I did, but I was just going to get some tea for Jim.
Could you take care of the duty desk for me for a while? Good. So let's see. That's Carver on comms, Martella on the front desk, and Hollis upstairs.
Upstairs? But, Sarge...
Where are you going, Bob?
Think of it as a promotion, a sitting down job. I'm me, I'm going out on the beat. All right. Viv, get hold of June and tell her to meet me back at Grove Street, will you?
On the beat? Last time you were on the beat, we had bicycles and fog lamps.
That's right, and Jack the Ripper was on the street. Yes, I know it all, yes.
Remember your green cross coat?
Yeah.
Well, what's that all about, then?
Menopause, Sarge?
Oh, right. Glad I caught you. This match on Sunday, it's quite important, you know. It's good PR stuff.
Yes, sir.
The Rotary Club are putting in an appearance, so the local press. I want a senior officer there. I can't make it myself, unfortunately. Can you? You know, smile, shake hands, that sort of thing.
Not Sunday, sir.
I'm getting on to publicity to send a photographer along.
I can't make it Sunday, sir, unless you cancel my weekly leave.
Oh, no, of course not. I would appreciate it, though, Roy, if you could rearrange things just for the afternoon. It's very important that we put on a good show, both on and off the pitch.
I'll see what I can do then, sir.
Good. I knew I could rely on you, Roy, in your section. I hear Dashwood's doing a good job with the team.
What you got?
Lingering smell, not much else.
Like the rest of the day, eh?
Anything up?
No. Just got to go to this football match on Sunday, which cocks up all my arrangements.
Looking forward to going to the zoo, eh?
Well, you know me, Ted. I like looking at things behind bars.
Listen, it should be over by 4. Why not change the times about a bit?
Easier said than done.
Hello, Sarge. To what do I owe this pleasure?
I'm breaking in a new pair of socks I got for Christmas. No problems?
What, bag snatching? No, not a sign.
Good. Always was the best way to keep crime off the streets, to be seen.
Well, in the good old days.
In any old days, June. No good to the public if they don't know you're around.
Uh-oh, I think somebody's lost.
What do you want? Sorry?
Tower Bridge.
Oh, Tower Bridge, yes. Tower Bridge. That way. Tower Bridge. What number bus?
56.
56. Bus. Yes? Bus for Tower Bridge. 56. Yes? Yeah?
I don't think they understand you,
All right, go on,
Sarge.
you try it. See what your Japanese is
You
like.
need to take a 56 bus to get to Tower Bridge. Do you understand?
Oh, all right. Tower Bridge.
Yes.
Photo.
You want to take a photograph of it? Yes.
Here.
Oh, they want to take a photograph of us.
You could be famous.
Oh, you want me to take it? Oh, you show me. Oh, fine.
Oh, that's a shame.
What do I do? Oh, I see. That's ready. Right, Sarge?
Yes, hurry up, June. We'll become a permanent fixture.
Well, smile.
This is a smile.
Oh.
Well, I was hoping it was going to be a surprise, but it can't be because I'm going to have to meet you there now. The zoo? Oh. All right, then where? Covent Garden? Do you want to go shopping? 4:30 would be great.
Cheers. Cheer up, Pete. Might never happen. Yorkie, how's it going with the kids? Spoke to the football secretary.
Yeah? What did he say?
Division's laying it all on. Shirts, shorts, socks.
Good. Well done, Yorkie.
Who's replacing Carver?
What's happened?
Twisted my ankle, mate.
Oh, great. Gonna be okay for Sunday?
No, Joe. I'm going down the hospital now.
Oh, bloody great. The best player
Hey,
we've
Mike,
got.
Sergeant Cryer's looking for you.
Yeah, I bet he is. What's it like having an older man on the beat?
Makes a change.
Sergeant Cryer's looking for you.
Yes, I know. How's your back, Hollis?
Oh, it's funny you should ask, because just lately...
Forget it.
Yeah, what is going on?
Hey, you all right for a lift to the hospital, Jim?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, Cryer was in here.
Yes, I know. He wants to be in the team. That prat Carver's fallen over.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, twisted his ankle.
Not Carver, Cryer.
Too old.
Well, it's not the England squad, is it?
These are fit kids we're playing. They're all out of work, so they've got nothing else to do but play football. I don't want Cryer croaking it on the pitch.
Yeah, well, Galloway's coming. Maybe you can get him to play.
No, thanks. Amongst all his other pet hates is football. What changed his mind?
People in high places.
How are you getting on?
I've got a name. He did a night in the hostel. Henry.
Oh. Well, that's a start. They've normally only got nicknames like Pongo or Paddy.
Yeah, well, this one has as well. King Henry.
Ah, blue blood in his veins, eh?
Not blood, make myths.
How'd you get on at court, all right?
Eddie Childs, acquitted.
What?
The judge ruled in favour of the defence. Circumstantial evidence.
But I thought you had it sewn up when you nicked him.
Result of a tip-off. I wasn't going to bring my snout into court. I can't do that.
But what about the van load of housebreaking equipment he had on him at the time?
Tools of the trade. His trade. His employer vouched for him, said he needed them for work.
Employer? He hasn't done a day's work in his life. You've been well and truly stood on your head, Mike. And do you know why? All that football business, pouncing around with that.
The chief super asked me to take charge of the five-a-side.
Why? You're not a community officer, are you? I thought you joined the force to be a cop and not a bloody PT instructor. Get it sorted out, Mike.
Well, it's just a sprain. Yeah, they've bandaged it, but well, I don't think I'm on for Sunday, mate. Look, I'm really sorry.
End of the affair, is it, Jim?
Talk about flavour of the month. No, I'm yesterday's man.
Well, it is a hive of activity in the geriatric ward.
You can't blame us if it's quiet, Sarge.
Have you been to see the CMO?
No, Sarge, why?
Because I've had enough of your back. Want you to get it checked out, a full physical. You never know, there might be something really wrong with you.
But, Sarge, I'm not swinging the lead.
Well, then let's find out. Because if there is something wrong with you, you're no good to me, and I'm getting you transferred.
What, upstairs?
Yep. We're having a lift put in.
Here, Jim. They're not putting in lifts, are they?
Bob, listen, I just wanted to pick your brains, actually. I seem to recall a nurse or someone who used to treat these derelicts.
Nurse? Oh, Sister Bullen. Yeah, she's got a place at Aldgate.
That's it, Bullen.
Buzz the London Hospital. They'll have her address. Yeah. They refer down and out.
Yeah, OK, mate, thanks. Cheers.
Nothing else, me then?
Please wait outside until I've finished. Please get out.
Detective Sergeant Roach, Sunhill Police.
Pass me those scissors, Detective Sergeant, please. There you are, Tony. Now, you come back in 10 days, and I'll take them out for you. Take your bag.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now then, what can I do for you? I do have patients waiting.
I believe he was referred to as King Henry. He was found with his head battered in.
King Henry. Henry.
Yeah, he's about 5'10", blue eyes, big scar on his stomach, age about 60.
Henry. King Henry. Wait outside till this gentleman leaves, please, Ben. King Henry.
You keep files on all the winos, then?
Medical files, yes. Contrary to common belief, though, they're not all alcoholics. Several of these men and women have severe physical and mental disorders. Henry. Finley.
Ah.
Henry, I'm sorry, Finley. Known as King Henry. Age 58 years. Widower. He came to me twice, once in November 79 and then in March 1980. First time for cuts and bruises, second time broken fingers. I haven't seen him since. Yes. The scar was a war wound treated in battle. Yes, I remember that. Very badly attended to, an ugly scar. Finley.
You say a war wound? Was he in the army then?
Yes. Very few of these people were born down and outs, Mr. Roach. They did have lives before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet. Is there an address?
Yes, a local one. 7 Jugman Street.
Jugman Street. Now, you say you treated him for cuts and bruises and broken fingers. You qualified then or what?
I am a nurse practitioner, Mr. Roach. I served in Africa for 10 years where the nearest doctor was 5 days' walk. So, yes, I can treat external injuries and cuts and bruises and broken bones. Now, I have a patient waiting.
Oh, sorry about that, Pete.
Sorry about what? You're not leaving the force, are you, Pete?
Oh, never. He's got too many friends here, haven't you, Muz?
Watch it. His mother's unwell.
Oh, sorry.
You two are coming on Sunday, aren't you?
Miss it for the world. Give me a chance to ogle your legs, eh?
Jill?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, come on, Jill. Most of the rest of us are going. Anyway, you can't spend the whole of Sunday moping around by yourself.
Who says I mope around by myself?
She.
Of course she doesn't. Who's the lucky girl in June?
Get stuffed.
I better get off. See you guys later.
See you. Hey, what's all this then?
Ah, it's nothing. Rocky.
Oh, we need another flipping injury, eh?
What's up with your mum, Muz?
She's confined to bed. Gonna go see her on Sunday.
Oh, is that what the money's for? I thought you were just gonna piss it up the wall.
Wait, what's the matter with the leg? That's nothing. Did you ask Muswell to play?
Yes, he can't make it. Carver's out. Hollis is no good. The worst thing is your governor wants to play, and of course he's too old.
Well, if you've tried the cripples and the OAPs, why not give the women a chance?
What?
The police force is supposed to be an equal opportunities employer. They took me on. Martella was a good netball player.
Martella?
That's down to you, Skipper.
All set? You know, if we win this game, we're not into some sort of league, are we?
No. It's a one-off, kickabout.
Ah, that's what I've been saying all the time.
Just because that's
Martella.
really seriously.
Viv, could I have a word?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Dashwood's on the pull again? Nah, Viv's not his type.
It could be something else, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, you short of cash?
Well, we'll get paid next week.
Yeah, well, your mum's not going to want to wait till next week, is she? Not if she's stuck in on her own. How much do you need?
10 quid would be good. You sure?
Yeah, take it.
Thanks.
Look, I was up in front of the chief super about it. You know this is one of his community projects?
Yes.
Well, he wants a WPC in the team. The police force is an equal opportunities employer. He thinks we should show that in everything we do. So he gave me a bollocking, a telling off, for not offering a place to a female member of the squad. Will you do it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Practice this afternoon.
I'll need it.
I'll let you get back to your break. But you look wonderful in shorts.
Finished book then, are we, Viv?
No. I'm in the team. Goalie.
Goalie?
Yeah.
Good discount shop kill parade run. See a Mr. Butler. Over.
That's them lippy blokes back again.
To the main road and wish you all right.
Sarge, Muswell wants backup.
All right. Reg.
Son?
Get Sergeant Penny to take a van down to the shopping parade.
Has anybody got the latest A to Z? There was a bloke in here just now with Mum, but it didn't seem to do him much good.
What have you lost?
Well, I've got an address for our tramp, Jugman Street, but I can't find it in mine.
No, well, you wouldn't, would you? They knocked it down years ago. Yeah, it's one of those modern complexes now.
Oh, bugger it. I thought I had something going.
What, did you get a name then?
Yeah, Finley.
Mr. Butler?
Henry Finley.
Surrey Police Station.
There's an officer on his way to see you, sir. Would you assist him by opening the rear door of your premises?
Billy Murray's mum used to live there. Ruby.
Ruby Murray.
Yeah, it's
Not the Ruby Murray.
No, the other one. Hang on a minute.
But he'll explain that when he gets there, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. The officer will be there shortly.
Get Reg on the RT for me. He stood still in the yard. Yeah, she lived there till they knocked it down, then they rehoused her.
171 from Sierra Oscar.
I mean, she should know something. She was a regular Mrs. Shufflewick. When I knew her, she used to run a fruit and veg stall in the old market. Anyway, leave it with me.
OK.
Reg, I want you to get Sergeant Penny to go round to Billy Murray's fruit and veg shop in Grove Street and ask him where his mother lives now.
Still here, sir, are they? Yes. Oh, you're PC Muswell.
That's right, sir.
As clean as
You need
clean.
jump it off. See your trader's license, please, sir.
Does it look like I've got one?
No. You're under arrest.
For what?
Causing an obstruction to start with. All right, clear off. Shop's closed. You two better get home for your tea. We're going to see you later. What have we got, Muswell? All right, come on. Right, come on, Hollis. Oh, come on, man. Come on.
I reckon they got that lot on tick, sir, don't you?
Just for that, you can nip up to Murray's and ask him where his mum lives. Say Sergeant Cryer wants to know.
Yeah, right you are, Sarge.
That's called having time on your hands, Muswell.
Still leave it out, Sarge. You mind?
I like Dashwood's latest idea, Bob.
Sir?
WPC Martella, having a woman in the team. Good for all concerned. Shows the force is progressive.
Yes, sir.
Finley, with an A.
Got something for you, Roy?
We've got enough on our plate today, Bob.
Oh, very nice. Christmas draw, is it?
One Timothy Dart. He's in the charge room. Says they're not stolen.
Anything on the property index?
We're getting that checked out. Now, Ted. Ruby Murray. She should have something for you.
Charge room.
Lovely. I'll go and see her. Thanks.
Yeah, Martella's in the team.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, that's good for the image.
Don't worry about it, my love. Honestly, it's all right.
Sure it's here somewhere. Everyone from Jackman Street. It was a street party.
Listen, don't worry about it. It's all right, honestly.
I'll find it. It's a lovely photo.
Listen, what happened to him? Henry Finlay, what happened to him?
Oh, he went bonkers, didn't he? It was terrible.
What, mad?
Yes, completely. After his wife and daughter were killed. Ah, here it is. Oh, that was a night, that was.
Yeah.
Look, there's me.
Yeah?
And I'm sitting next to Mr. and Mrs. Finlay.
Yeah, that's
and then
lovely. That's lovely. Listen, tell me what happened to them, the wife and daughter?
It was an accident. Gas leak. He was working nights.
Oh, yeah.
Came home, found them both dead. Well, that's enough to send anyone round the bend, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is.
There was talk of him getting some sort of money, you know. What is it?
Well, compensation?
Yes, that's it. But I don't think he ever did. Kept telling everyone he had, of course. Oh, but he did let himself go. The house stank. Mind you, they all stank before they knocked him down. He was always going on about buying his house. Then he was going to buy up the whole street. But I don't think he had two halfpence to rub together myself. King Henry, they called him.
King?
But when the bulldozers came in, he upped and upped it. Someone reckoned they saw him a few years ago. But I think he's dead.
He is.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Ah, poor soul. Still, I expect it's all for the best. More tea?
No, thanks, no. I've got to be going. Listen, could I borrow this? I'll make sure you get it back, all right?
Yes, yes, you have it as long as you like.
Thank you
yes.
very much, my love. That's
Well,
lovely.
it's been nice talking to you, dear.
Yeah.
I don't get much chance of a chat. Stuck up here. And mind you say hello to young Bob Cryer for me, will you?
Hey, Sergeant now, Sergeant Cryer.
Oh, Sergeant, eh?
Yeah.
God, doesn't time fly? All I ever get to see up here are bleaking clouds.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I've got better things to do than sit here talking to you. Where did you get them? I told you.
Mike.
Yes, Cuff.
Don't get too excited, they're fakes.
Fine.
Flash clock faces, cheap innards. Good enough to fool the average punter, though, till they stopped. There we are. Start him off on criminal deception, right?
Yeah. So, you bought them in the pub with your redundancy money and started knocking them out in the high street.
Yes, that's what I said.
I believe you. Now you'd better believe me. You're going to wish they were stolen because they're fakes. Counterfeit. That's fraud. Criminal deception.
Yes, but I...
Now, these big-name companies don't like their prestige label goods being copied and then sold off as the real thing. They're likely to come down heavy on offenders. Now, you're one. Who else? Anyone with him?
2 others.
We'll have their names, won't we?
Solved it, Ted?
Yeah, almost. Except who did it. I think we're pissing in the wind with this one.
Motive?
Money.
Did he have any?
Nope, but he told everyone he had. When they demolished Jugman Street, he became a wanderer with tales of wealth. Hence King Henry. So somebody believed him. Burnt him with fags and bashed his head in.
Evil bastards. Any idea who?
Well, not much chance now. He's been dead and buried 6 weeks.
Still, did our best.
Yeah, another statistic, eh?
I've got a couple of bodies to pick up. I need a warrant. Get on with it.
Ted, I suppose you could give us a hand, could you? It's just I've got this training session lined up.
Right, was it Landlord's time?
That's right.
Where the hell have you been?
We had to wait on Littleton.
So where is he?
Dunno.
Have you seen Muswell?
No.
Are you gentlemen from Sun Hill Police Station?
Yes, that's right.
Ah, my name's Turner, Rotary Club. I was waiting. Sergeant Cryer, this is Sergeant Penny.
Mr. Turner?
And you must be Inspector Galloway. No, that's Detective Sergeant Roach. This is Detective Inspector Galloway. Oh.
As you do, sir.
Are you in charge, Mr. Galloway?
Well, not as such, but I'm the senior officer here, yeah.
Good, good. Perhaps you can help. The local pressman, Alec, is here to take a few snaps. I've got this check to present, and I wonder if we could do it, the presentation and the photos, before the game. So I've got another pressing engagement. Well, you know how it is. One's time isn't one's own.
Oh, he's here.
I couldn't make them meet. One of the kids...
Oh, no excuses. We just glad you're here.
Yeah, Cryer's been volunteering all the way here.
I'll go and change, boys.
Yeah, the ladies are through here. I'll come with you, Vic.
No, it's okay, Yorkie.
I won't look.
I might, and I might be disappointed.
Look, come on, we're late. Well, Viv, come and get your kit.
Oh.
We've lost before we've started. No defeatism. Tony, give out the script.
What do you want about it?
It's nothing. Forget it.
Come and get your kit, Taffy.
No, it's all right. I'll wear this. It's my lucky shirt.
No way, Taff. Look, remember, we're not here to win, but we're not here to lose either.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Ask the super. He said it.
Check. Is that
Okay, that's enough, isn't it? That'll do you all right?
I don't know. How do I do? Is that all right for you? I think we want another one. Yeah. All right. You've got enough there?
Yes, that's good.
You're sure?
Yep. Right.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Galloway.
Right, thank you very much.
Lovely.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
This is better than watching paint dry.
Just about.
Which one's Dashwood?
I might as well love it. You'll think he's at the United Nations.
Here, Hollis. Get in there and theatre a man short, will you?
No, you better go, Bob, just in case they are.
No. I'm here as a supporter.
Dead man's shoes, more like.
Somebody get in there. It's already 3:15.
Still in the zoo, is it?
No, Covent Garden.
Oh, that bloody place. Full of all that street theatre stuff and clowns juggling balls.
I'll be juggling Dashwood's balls in a minute if you don't hurry up.
Oh, right, Scannell.
Come on, Yorkie!
Right, Dashers.
Come on, Taffy! Go to it, Smith! Come on, you yellows!
Any more photos?
Oh, nice to see you, Pete.
Better late than never, eh, Sarge?
Yeah.
How we doing?
Oh, that's a great start. And Dashwood's lost the toss.
Of a woman in goal. Got no chance. Here. When's half time? I want to get off.
You can't leave.
Who says so?
No, it's not a question of who says so. It's a question of transport. We need your car. We had a hell of a squeeze getting here.
I know the squeeze getting back now, wasn't it? I'm off.
A kid could play better than this. I'm glad I didn't bring him.
I thought he only came if you played, Sarge.
Yeah, well, that's because he's got faith in the old man's ability.
Come on, Dashwood, show us some of your grammar school brilliance.
Go on, Abe, whose side you on?
Oh, get up, Taffy, you great lump.
He may have injured his back. It's easily done, you
Yeah, well,
know.
don't let's talk about it.
If we equalise, does that mean extra time?
Nice one, Abe.
Don't start giving me your cheap super spiel about community relations. You and I both know this is not proper police work.
Yeah, but whatever way you look at it, you might be out of uniform, but we're still coppers. And we're still supposed to be a team. Like this lot out here, look.
Look, I've done my senior officer bit. I've got an appointment.
We've all got better things we could be doing today, haven't we?
Yeah, well, I'm doing mine. I'm off before the end.
Oh, great save, man!
That's on her side.
It was still a great save.
Oh, well done, Abe.
Abe's getting back to his roots.
We could have scored then. Well, Taffy's bloody useless. I could play better with one leg.
You're not playing, though, are you?
Well, that's the point. I mean, if this game goes down the pan, I won't get another chance, will I? Bloody Taff.
Where's your mum, Miss?
Oh, yeah, better, Tom.
If Edward was a horse, they'd have shot him by now.
Any minute now, you're going to see what he had for his breakfast this morning.
Well, you woke up then.
Taffy's playing like a bloody woman.
Yeah, so's Viv.
Well, don't mind that, but she's not playing in my position, is she?
Come on, Abe, who you playing for, them or us?
Yeah, Jim, these seats are really uncomfortable, aren't they?
How about a wager on the game?
I bet we lose.
Yeah, but by how much? Tell you what, everyone get a quid out, write your name on it. What do you think the score's going to be? Put it in the hat. How about it?
It's illegal, that, defacing notes.
Yeah, well, I've only got pound coins.
Yeah, well, you would have. Yeah, I've got change.
Who's got a pen?
Get scribbling. The notes will be out of circulation soon anyway.
What do you reckon?
17-0.
Oh, well scored, Smith. Oh, yes.
Oh, did you see that? They've let Nelson Mandela right through the middle. Where's the defence?
You've been drinking, Miss?
Why didn't you say that? I need a piss.
I think Taffy's dying.
He's dead.
Give him a medal. Send him home with full military honours, eh?
Do you want a game, Sarge?
I was. Doesn't do for one officer to deride another.
It's only a bit of fun.
Yeah, we'll leave it in the station.
Abe can take it.
I'm not saying he can't, it's the rest of us.
Come off it.
You're here as a supporter, not as a critic. We've got plenty of those. You're a police officer. You've put on a uniform, which means that you leave your personal prejudices and your politics out of the job.
Not wearing a uniform, Sarge.
Don't rock the boat in public. And don't let me say it again.
Disturbing something?
No. No, all done, Roy.
Good.
Pain in the arse sometimes, these things, eh?
Yeah, sure.
You want to listen to him, though?
Definitely, we've got one to run this damn boys.
Stu, you think you're playing at? You're playing like a bloody twat out there. I could do better with one leg.
Yeah, well, you're welcome, mate. I thought it was just a kick about.
You're sorry not to kick you about.
Ginger.
You off? Yeah. Get him a drink on me, all right? Look, Bob, I don't care if you approve or not. I've spent some time here and I want to spend some time with my daughter. Maybe if I'd have done it this way, I might still have a marriage, all right?
Yeah, all right.
I'll see you.
Yeah, I'll see you, Roy.
What are you looking at, Jim?
Are those two? I thought I recognised them. They're trainers.
You can't recognise a pair of trainers.
No, those two lads that did my ankling, they were wearing trainers.
Oh, you were nowhere near them at the time. You fell over.
Well, still down to them.
Come off it.
Yeah, you're right. I'll end up like bloody Muswell.
No, you won't. You don't owe me money.
Did you see his face when he didn't win the raffle?
Yeah, great, wasn't it? Especially as it was his idea in the first place.
5-2.
What do you expect? You're a bloody bird eating that.
Wasn't my fault.
No, it was the chief supers for insisting.
Bloody women's leagues.
Yeah, by the way, where is she?
Having us by a string, where else?
Well, you should know about that, June. When was the last time you were kept waiting by a man?
Well, shouldn't answer that, June. It might be incriminating.
Yeah, I might embarrass you.
What are the arrangements?
Oh, Mr. Roach has found a public house to go to, the Crown and Sceptre.
I know it. Did the last owner for receiving. See you there. June, you coming with me?
Yeah, all right. OK.
I'll wait for Viv.
OK.
Hey, who won the raffle?
Well, who do you think?
Bloody Hollis. Oh, not Hollis, old misery guts. Yeah. What is it now, then? Deep heat rub all round.
Well, well. 5-2, eh, Abe? How are you ever going to live it down?
Viv. A woman. The best excuse a man can ever have.
In there, Ted.
Oh, mate. That bloody time and all. We got here as soon as we could.
Well, I could have been bleeding with my bloody throat cut.
Oh, it's 2 minutes, mate. You're bloody lucky.
Oh, yeah?
What happened?
Well, they nicked one of my wagons, didn't they? Loaded with sheepskin coats.
So, nobody wants to talk to you, eh, Ollis?
Nah. It's ever since I applied for this new Chief Super's clerk's job. I can't make it out. I tell you, it's putting me off going to this retirement party tonight.
Won't be on your own. I don't suppose anyone will want to talk to Dave Litten either. Not if they've got any sense. We're well shot of him. Bolshy bugger.
But why me, Sarge? Why shouldn't anybody want to talk to me? Now, Dave Litten, pouncing over here from another division, that I can understand. But why me?
Jealousy. That's what it is, Hollis. Yeah? Touch of the old green eye. They see you as a flyer. You know, scrambled egg all over your shoulder.
Scrambled egg?
Yeah. Chief Super. Yeah. Well, he started as a clerk, you know. Stood him in good stead, he never looked back.
I don't know what the manufacturers are going to say. Losing their coats like
I can't have got very far.
God help us.
You sure you don't want to go to hospital, mate?
Nah, I'll get worse than this in my local Saturday nights.
To all units from Sierra Oscar 5.
It's 2 minutes since we got the call.
There's a gown van with the name
Elkins and Crawley Transport.
Cutting it a bit fine.
Elkins and Crawley Transport on the site.
They've got to be in the area somewhere. Otherwise, they'd have hit the main road.
The value of
80 grand.
Cutting it a bit.
£80,000. I repeat.
Sierra Oscar 5 from 210. How long do you want us to stay here? Seems no point tying up 2 vehicles on this, over.
Stand by. Stand by. That's the brains of the department for you.
Let's screw up a 2-car funeral, those two.
How come we're the first on the scene and get lumbered? Shouldn't we be out there searching the area?
Go ahead.
They just want to get away to that retirement party, don't they? Yep. A night on the piss. That's all they're thinking about.
Find yourself a little niche, Hollis, and study for promotion. That's my advice. Let the mugs go chasing the villains.
Speaking at conferences.
A caravan
Attending
is
seminars. Opening fates. Cool, I'll have some of that. That doesn't sound good, doesn't it?
Hollis, some are born to greatness. Others have it thrust upon them.
Yeah.
Now bugger off with you. I'm busy.
It's a bloody waste of time.
How long will this statement take to write?
Not long.
My partner will do his bleeding conkers when he finds out about this. We don't skin, you know that? Bloody stony.
Sit down there for a minute.
What about a cup of tea or something? Later.
Reg Elkins, isn't it?
Yes.
Him and his dodgy partner haven't lost another load, have they?
This one's different.
Thanks, sir.
Go on. Shut the door, Hollis.
Sir.
Tell us what's happened.
The last 3 were straight thefts of vehicles.
Straight?
Yeah, well, lifted off the street and found minus their loads. This one's a tie-up job, not the same MO.
Go on.
Well, the villains walk into the caravan, grab him from behind and wallop, tie him up hands and feet and gag him. This is the curious thing.
He's only going through your bin.
Leave that alone, will you?
What do you think you are?
Oh, he's got some form, that lad. Just leave it alone, right?
You were saying?
Yeah, the strange thing is that after tying him up, one of them dials 999, puts a handkerchief over the receiver and asks for the police. Then they scarper with the keys of the van and lock the door of the caravan behind them.
Where was the van?
In the yard.
And the partner?
What, Crawley?
Yeah.
Out to lunch with his accountant.
Hello.
God, what have they done to you? Oh, you know they got the load. Look at this. Are you all right? Couple of sore ribs.
This area is a definite blowout. I'm going to give it 5 minutes and then call it a day. Over.
In the yard.
What do you think?
Well, as if no villain in his right mind is going to make a 999 call. Okay, if he's worried about the victim, you know, if the ropes are too tight or something, stops at a public phone box and makes the call after he's got away and stashed the gear, unless they didn't have far to go. It's a calculated risk, but why take a risk at all?
Just to make it look good. Different from the last time, just to throw us. What about Crawley?
Well, he's got a very good alibi. His accountant. That's where I picked him up from, round the corner.
That accountant's as bent as they are. I know what we should do. Throw him out on the street, make it look like we're not interested, see what develops.
Exactly what I was thinking. Listen, why don't I go on Obbo tonight and see if they move the load?
I know what you're thinking, Ted, but you're going to that retirement party, whether you like it or not.
Henry Talbot is a 24-carat prat.
Look, what's that got to do with it?
The man is a prat. I don't even like him.
He's not exactly my blood brother either, but the chief super has said everyone's got to be there, and you will be there, Ted.
You wouldn't think a van like that could disappear to thin air quick like that, would you, Larry? It's got to be around here somewhere, isn't it?
They're a naughty firm at Elton's and Crawley. What was it this time?
Sheepskin coats. What do you mean this time?
Pickle.
Yeah, don't swamp it. Come on, Larry, what you talking about? Don't leave me mid-air, for Christ's sake.
Well, they've been taking orders for months.
You mean a nick own van?
Wouldn't be the first time, would it? Once a van dragger, always a van dragger. Anyway, it's the customer's gears, it's not theirs. It's all covered by insurance. Who cares? Here, call it ATP.
Cheers. Can't you tell me a bit more than that?
There's nothing to tell.
They're slaughter, Larry, they're hideout. Come on, give us a break.
How would I know?
You must have heard something.
No, nothing. Can't be far away though, can it? Stands to reason.
Larry!
I don't fancy going straight up there. Do you want a pint? My thoughts exactly. There she is, love of your life. Yeah. Got you down with the first dance, so I'm not stopping long. It's a limbo. Right, come on, what do you want?
See Oscar 342 from 210. You receiving over?
210 from 342. Low and clear.
Finished at the caravan yet? Over?
Almost. Over.
Meet me at West Dock, Lower Basin, 10 minutes. Over and out.
That's what I'm saying.
But you wouldn't know if you were getting paid for it, would you?
But we're not, though, are we? We're night duty, June. Having to come in early for a pottery retirement party's not on, is it? I don't know why Henry told me I can't just walk off into the sunset. She would. Like John Maid. Well, it's true, isn't it?
Well, here's one girl who's going to enjoy herself anyway.
Oh, yeah? And what happens if Dave Litten doesn't turn up? I think a certain little WPC would have had her hair done for nothing.
Who said anything about Dave Litten?
Yeah, Litten's not coming, is he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, flipping heck.
I don't believe it. You see who's just walked in? Oh, that's me. I'm not standing there listening to him.
That's all right, hang about. Hey, Burnside! You'll see.
How's tricks? Oh, yeah. I see you've got a uniform pushing about out then.
Some nice boozers out in Epping. Don't you know any?
What you doing here anyway?
Just come to pay my respects to old Henry, of course.
Oh, Henry? Who invited you?
I don't have to be invited. He's an old pal from way back. Know what I mean?
I know what you mean. You got a sniff of the free booze, didn't you?
I don't have to take that off into a
Never mind about all that. Where is it?
Where's what?
The bottle.
What bottle? I don't have to bring a bottle.
You don't get in them.
Who says so?
I say so.
All right. Oi, love. Give us a bottle of scotch. Cheapest brand you got.
Sorry, sir, we don't do off sales.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I'm not allowed to. There's an off licence up the High Street, though. It's about 5 minutes away.
Thank you. For nothing.
You'll be ashamed of yourself, telling porkies like that.
Didn't I do right, then?
With any luck, you'll have taken the hint.
I doubt it. He's too thick-skinned. If I know Burnside, he'd be back with a bottle of British sherry under his arm.
You better get up there, Gov. The chief super's asking where you are.
All right.
When you tell him that Roy's out getting the bottle?
I don't know about that. Oh, I think we should have waylaid some of the punters coming here tonight. It's like a bloody distillery up there. There's bottle of scotches all over the place.
I should charge corkage, maybe.
Hey, go easy on the stuff, Ted. Don't forget, you've got a promotion ball coming up soon. And don't forget, the chief super does it as a trick, my old son. So behave yourself, all right?
Will you tell me what we're supposed to be looking for?
Somewhere where Elkins and Crawley have a slaughter.
I'm ever so sorry.
Don't worry. No, it's beautiful. Don't worry about it. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry about that.
It's happy lager, please. Lovely.
Do you know how these work?
Yeah, I'll come
Is that
round.
just because it's a new barrel?
Yeah, I'll come round.
Oh.
About the elephant and the snake. I've got to get a lump from please.
No, I only went to the cast just now and again. I did.
Every single week you were there.
I came down and it was
You did the right thing to give the talk to. I think you did. I mean, it needs it.
Well, they'll get plenty more of that in the carry.
As long as I can play with the golf, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Seen the DI? You never find him in here, Governor. Those little legs. Oh, there he is. He's over there. The Arsenal game the other night, eh? Woodcock's only touch of the ball in the second half was brilliant. That through ball from Ricks, straight in.
Yeah.
Fitting climax to the game, I thought. You listening to me?
Of course I am. Something about a climax, wasn't it?
Roy? That's right, you see, we can... Oh, excuse me.
Who are those 3 men over there?
Oh, local traders.
Local traders? They look more like the mafia to me. Who asked them?
I did. You said you wanted the numbers made up, remember? A little local colour, I think, was the exact term you used.
Who exactly are they, Roy?
Caught a glint of hostility and the chief super's eye. It looks like you're giving Galloway a bit of stick about something, look.
Yeah, don't know about that. God, I could give her some stick if I had the chance. Ooh.
Look, I'm about to start the presentation. I hope for your sake they don't cause any trouble.
Well, they won't. Stand on, made up, behave themselves.
Because if I am caused any embarrassment in front of my golf club friends, your feet won't touch the ground, I promise you. You better keep your eyes on Roach as well. He's drinking far too much.
Yes, sir.
No, you should really. Well,
Mike. Keep an eye on him.
Might be a good day.
How about sneaking out?
Well, I was going to notice as a man's sister.
That's what you think, Jim. Look, chief supervisor everywhere.
No, we'll just have to wait until Sergeant Cryer makes a move. Oh, hello, Gov. I brought a bottle, just like you said. Listen, sunshine, you want to do yourself a
Can I have your attention, please? Pat. It's been great pleasure.
Right.
Tinged I might have with a
Come
little
on,
sadness
outside.
that we're here today to say goodbye to him.
What exactly is the problem, Gov? I mean,
Henry's
what have
been
I
30
done
years in the
wrong?
Met and 22 years at Sunderland. I know that we're all going to miss him very much. Thank you.
I mean, what am I supposed to have done wrong?
Now, what's your game, Burnside?
What are you talking about?
I want to know what you're doing on this manor, my son.
Nothing, Gov. Honest. I just come to shake hands with the old fella, that's all.
No, that crap. You and Henry talk about as far.
Evening, sir.
Now, you're up to something, and I want to know what.
Look, it's not what you think, Gov. I'm not up to any villainy. Seriously. It is just a social call.
Codswallop.
On my life.
Bullshit.
Look, Gov, you got it all wrong.
What have I got wrong?
You'll only laugh.
Try me.
Well, you know, he's Gov.
Come on, don't mess me about, Burnside.
Well, to be honest, I fancy June Ackland.
Do what?
There you go, see, I knew you'd take that, Mickey.
How can any bird in her right mind be interested in such an obnoxious git as you?
Now, keep it down, Gov. Look, I've rung her up a couple of times, but she's always given me the big E. And then she said if I was serious, come along tonight.
So absurd, it's got to be true.
Yeah, well, Gov, you wouldn't tell anyone, would you?
Oh, no.
Cheers.
We'd like to present you with this silver drinks tray. For all the loyalty and dedication that you've shown to us at Sunhill over the years.
Someone will hear you.
I might add, Henry, that it's not often realised what a difficult and indeed thankless task you've often had, nor indeed what it entails.
Being a bloody snout.
Once again, Henry, we'd like to thank you for all your loyalty. We all know that without it, there are times when Sunhill Police Station will have ground to a halt. Have a long and very happy retirement.
Very kind of you.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
These are for you as well, I think.
And so say all of us, and so say all of us, and so say all of us.
So we. You doing the hokey cokey next?
Come on, what are you to expect at a retirement party run by the chief soup? You're a stripper.
Yeah, well, all I can say is I'm glad I'm night duty. I'll be out this soon. You're not on night duty as well, are you, darling?
No, not tonight. Free and available.
She's quite a tasty bird, isn't she?
Yeah, well, you can keep your eyes off there, Skip. She's taken.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What in there?
Suppose you're going to wait for the weekend sort of thing. It could be our secret. No one would ever know.
Look, Sonny, if I wanted to have a dirty weekend, I'd choose a man.
It's no good. I can't stomach the drink in the same room as that bent bastard.
Yeah, I know. You get your back up, doesn't he, Bob?
There's some people you hate instantly. As soon as they show their face, Burnside is one of them.
See why I set it off with Litten. They make a great pair.
No, you do Litten an injustice. Anyone misses me, remind them that I'm on night duty. Enjoy yourself,
Yeah,
all right?
okay. Have a quiet night, then.
Yeah. Look after yourself, Ted.
Yeah, cheer.
Thank you, Jim. Sergeant Cryer's on his way.
Well, shall we go and shake hands with Henry Talbot or something? I mean, it just seems like bad manners to walk out like this.
And bring yourself to everybody's notice. Be the kiss of death, that would. Carver's one of them, they'd say.
What a what?
Ah, well, that's it, isn't it? I mean, nobody would tell you. Whisper, whisper in the corner.
What are you talking about, you Welsh twit?
Do you run with the hare or with the hounds? That's the question that'll be voiced. You mark my words.
Do you want me out?
Oh, don't worry, Jim. I'll still talk to you. Come on, let's get out of here while the going's good.
He's a married man.
Thanks, Sarge.
What if I go missing now? Excuse me, gents. It's just I don't want to let this girl down if I can help it.
Where's Ted?
Hoped you wouldn't ask. He's over there.
Getting leery, is he?
Smashed to be a better description.
Better go over there and have a word with that idiot Roach before he drops me any further.
Do you want me to come over and divert Hollis, make it look friendly?
No, it'll be all right. Tell you what you can do, though. Do us a favour before you go. Take this over to the bar and discreetly water it down or something.
It's strong, is it?
This little firm here behind me don't know what singles are.
See what you mean.
Shut up, you know what that means?
And you, a married man.
We're the worst, you see.
Afraid, Sarge, a knight in shining armour has come to my rescue. Only just in time, though. And to think, I'd nearly fallen for all that smooth talk of yours, Penny.
Well, you never know until you try, do you, eh? So I always say.
My words, exactly.
See ya.
Put it down, put it down. Stick your fingers.
What's a big, single, handsome hunk of a man like you doing tonight, honey?
Sorry? Oh, I've got a sick dog at home. Got to go home and look after it. I think it's on heat. Or something.
Thanks a lot, pal.
And who have you been upsetting then, Mike Dashwood?
Must have been something I said. Get top man up for me, will you? I think I got silly with the water.
It's funny, I didn't reckon you for a Scotch drinker.
I'm not, it's Galloway's.
Oh, what you want me to do? Poison it?
Hey, hang on.
What's the matter?
Where did this come from?
One of the guests bought it. There's another one down there. We haven't even opened it up yet.
Well, don't open it. Put it to one side.
Well, tell me why.
Later.
Anyone ever tell you, Mike Dashwood? You got away with Willie.
Did you know that he was the chief super's new clerk, though? Because I didn't.
Never mind about that, Ted. Let's have your car keys.
Bloody little snout. When I put him in the picture, all right, Carver, I said, you ever grass on me, Adolf, you know?
Roach, you're your own worst enemy. Let's have your car keys. There's no way you're going to drive home tonight.
I'm all right, Carver. I'm sober as a judge.
Carver, I've got a word. Something's come up. It's urgent.
Hey, what's the matter, Dashing? There something you can't handle, eh?
Stay there, Ted. I want your car keys. What's all this about, Mike?
You're not going to believe this, Gav. An AS a couple of weeks ago.
Looks like Roach has been through this lot. There's hardly a digestive biscuit left.
Reporting theft of scotch from a bonded warehouse on Limehouse section. Do you remember?
Export?
Yeah, that's it. There's only 2 bottles of the stuff turned up at the party, would you believe?
You're joking. Are you sure?
Positive.
Well, who's brought them? It's not one of my firm, is it?
Ackland can't remember who pushed it over the bar. I didn't want to take it any further because you've got Burnside hanging about back there.
Don't let that bloke get wind of it. Let me think. I'll tell you what you do. You go out to the bar and you relieve Ackland. You send her over here. Tell her not to make it too obvious. If Burnside makes a move to follow, stall him. Give him any old moody, all right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, no. Ted, he's gone.
I bet he's taken his car as well.
Oh, God. That's all I need.
I wouldn't go over there if I was you, Sarge.
Why should you go over there?
Doesn't he know?
Know what?
Don't look at me like that. I don't know what you're talking about either.
I think you ought to tell him, Dave.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What is this, mastermind or something? If you must know, June Ackland's Galloway's bird.
Now, take your time. Don't rush it. Just casually look around and see if you can pick the man out.
I can't be 100% sure.
Well, I'll set off for 90%.
Well, I think it's the man over there, in the herringbone jacket. He's with the Chief Super's crowd. I wish you'd tell me what this is all about, sir. Maybe I can help.
Are you sure it's not one of them over there?
Oh, definitely not.
Thank God for that. And you're sure the Chief Super's crowd is still drinking that scotch?
Yeah, they came up and asked for it by name.
Right, this is what you do. You keep pumping them with that scotch. Don't let anyone else touch it. When the bottle's completely empty, you put it to one side for me.
Well, what do you want me to do with the full bottle? Do you want me to open that one as well?
No, put that to one side and I'll collect both bottles when the party's over. And please don't tell anyone. And that includes Burnside, especially Burnside. What do you do with him anyway? He's not your type, he's a Burke.
It's a bloody nuisance. He keeps phoning me up. I just string him along, that's all. No harm in it. please tell me what this is all about, sir?
If it comes off, a rare coup. That's all I can tell you. First thing, I want you to drop everything and concentrate on tracing that scotch. Yeah, well, if you like, I'll ditch the bird tonight and I'll start on it right away. No, don't upset the party. Let things simmer. See what develops. Where do you want me to begin in the morning? The golf club? If you like. It's going to stir things up a bit, isn't it? Excuse me. Bit early for you, isn't it, Dave?
Oh, night duty, ain't I? Anyway, there's not a lot here worth hanging about for, you know what I mean?
No, I suppose you're right. Oh, hang on, Dave, I'll give you a lift. Thanks, Carl. I'll see you in the morning. Has your date got on, mate? He looks like he needs cheering up. Right, lads. We got these tickets sorted out for the Albert Hall.
How we going to the festival? Opera?
Holly Archie.
Alec?
Blimey, you're keen, aren't you? It's not 9:30 yet.
You know me. Always raring to go.
Oh, well, if it's excitement you want, this is definitely not the place to be. It's quiet as a graveyard, Bob. Nothing happened at all. Not a dicky bird. Nothing in that book since, oh, 5.
Well, what are you going to do about it? There's all this noise, I can't sleep, nobody can sleep.
One moment, madam.
It's coming from up the road, the pub up the road. It's
What's
just
the pub here?
disgusting.
Noise in the pub up the road,
Yeah,
you say?
it's just shouting and laughing and...
Thanks a lot for coming, Tom. Nice to see you. All right? Pat, keep them falling down, mate. All right? Keep knocking it down. Yeah, take care. Tom, we've got to go, Hollis. Thanks a lot. Thanks for having us.
We wouldn't like to say goodbye.
What a load of wonders.
Yeah, Terry Downs.
Sugar Ray Robinson. Now, if you're talking about middleweights, the man was the greatest. You can't odds it.
Yeah, but you're talking about hungry fighters now, Bernie. I mean, there's a difference, you know. I mean, they have fighters like Bruce Woodcock, Freddie Mills...
Don Cockle,
Hang about. What about Randy Turpin? I mean, be fair, he was a great champion in anybody's language.
Crumpet.
Eh?
Crumpet.
What's that got to do with it?
Turpin, that was his weakness. But I've got to agree with you, B. Man was a champ.
Do you know, I remember staying up at night, ears glued to the wireless, listening to that fight from America.
Yeah.
Fred Apostoli.
Fred who?
What's the opera singer? He's the boxing bellhop.
I don't care about the devil's market. I can't love.
Van load of sheepskin coats gone missing. I'm sure they're on 8 Beach somewhere.
I'll keep me on
All right?
that.
Yeah, let me know, will you?
Yes.
The occupants at 43 Rampton Gardens are away on holiday until the 20th. Casual attention. Hey, Yorkie?
Yes, Sarge.
I'll leave that one to the early turn, I think. Glad you could join us, Carver.
I'm sorry, Sarge.
Yeah. 7 Beat. Yeah, 101 Edwards. There's a 21st birthday party at number 82 Valeview Gardens going on till 1. They've apologised in advance for any noise. Don't be tempted in, if invited. You're apt to lose your helmet and those kind of do's.
Or something else, Sarge.
Yes, well, for your cheek, Smith, I want you to go down to Lang and Sykes, the jewellers in the High Street, and relieve a late-turn PC.
Burglary alarm again, Sarge?
Broken window. They're waiting for the key holder to turn up.
Well, how long's it going to be?
Well, if he's anything like you, I guess you'll be in for quite a wait, won't you?
It's an opening, Sarge.
All right, so. Oh, yeah, and all of you, before you go, have a look at the AS on the stolen sheepskin coats. You're on 8 Beat, Carver, right?
Right, Sarge.
Number 14 Greyston Avenue. They've got a car in their front garden.
Why don't they have little plastic gnomes like everybody else?
Ho, ho, ho. Take a panda down there and take the Welsh whip with you as well. Understand he speaks the language like a native. Right, go on, off you go. Terrorise the population.
Hello, Linda, listen. Don't say anything now. Just listen. Listen. I'm sorry, I'm in a little bit of trouble at the moment. I've had a bang with the car. No, I'm all right. I only had too much to drink at a bloody retirement party, and I can't afford to be breathalyzed at the moment. That's all it's about, all right? No, listen, yes, just listen, will you? No, I'm going to miss it for a while until I sober up, all right? So if anyone calls, you don't know where I am, and I haven't been in touch, all right? Okay?
Yeah, it doesn't look as if he could raise one if he tried.
Leave off, Johnny, leave off. The fella's been your host all evening. You should be wishing him luck as you wave him goodbye.
Why should I? I didn't want to come here. If it wasn't for the thought of you lot drinking all this, I'd have gone to the dogs.
So you have all
Absolutely, honestly. I mean, I've met some prize bullies in my time, but you, mate, are the priziest.
It's all in a good cause, John. Support your local bill.
Somebody's got to.
You know what they say, Gov. One door closes.
Unhealthy relationship. What happened to you?
For some reason, he's under the impression I'm having it off with somebody else. Whoever he had in mind certainly worried him.
Anyone who scares Burnside away can't be all bad.
Oh, I'm not so sure.
Why'd you want me?
Pardon?
You called me over, remember?
Oh, yes. Sorry, it's silly of me. I've got one empty bottle and one full bottle, just like you wanted. I put them in a carrier bag under the bar.
Good. Now, you remember who was knocking it back, don't you?
Yeah, Chief Super and his friends. It's nicked, isn't it?
Well, I don't know about that. Might be. We'll have to see, won't we?
Excuse me, can you move away from the car, please? You're standing on the other side of the road. Excuse me. Can you move away? On the other side of the road. What? Back over there, on the other pavement. We don't mind. Thank you. God, you know whose car this is, don't you?
Officer!
Does anyone know the name of the man that was in the car? No?
It's
Yes,
me,
sir.
man. I'm the one who rang you. I dialed 999 3 times.
Can I have your name, sir?
I live here, don't I? This is my house, man. 20 years I've lived here.
Look, all my colleague wants to know is...
I'm a British citizen. Ex-Kingston Town policeman.
Yes, but could I have your name, please, sir?
Samuel Winston O'Ryan.
Used to be a copper, did you, sir?
Yes, man. Acting sergeant, first class.
Right then, let's see you get all these people out of here, get that music turned down, and then we'll see where we can go from there, all right? Play this one through, you know whose car this is, don't you? Looks familiar. It's Ted Roach's, isn't it? No, it can't be. Look, there's a public phone box around the corner. You go and phone Sergeant Cryer, he'll know what to do. I'll settle things down here. Don't transmit, all right?
What else do you want me to do?
You've done a good job, sir. About this car now. I think it must be nicked or something.
What the surprise! Hey, Luigi, listen, for God's sake, listen to me.
You forgot to put the devil down.
Listen, listen,
come
it's
on,
not
let's
that.
show you.
It's not that. Listen, Aubrey, listen. I've got to find someplace where I can keep down for a while out of sight. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Eh?
Does it matter who the geezer is?
Of course it does. It might be somebody Bernie knows.
Look, do you want to hear this story or not?
No, give us a song.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Excuse
me.
Big one, small one, some as big as your head.
What's the matter?
Ted,
Not have a punch up again, is it?
unauthorised parking.
Do what?
Someone's front garden, and he's done a runner, Roy.
You're joking.
I'm afraid not.
Is he hurt?
No, not the way he legged it away from the scene.
Is there anything we can do? Because if the Chief Super finds out this time, there'll be curtains for him.
Yeah, I know. I phoned his own. His missus, or wherever she is. She said she hasn't seen him, doesn't know where he is. Sounded awfully pat to me, Roy. So what do you think?
Doesn't want to be breathalyzed, does he? Preparing the ground.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But he'd come waltzing into the nick in the morning with a nice flat.
Easy.
Lovely party.
Very nice.
Yeah, mind how you go.
One of the Chief Super's crowd. Where's the car now?
Let it towed in.
Much damage?
Ah, superficial front end. I've had it parked nose against the wall so I know I can see it.
What about the person whose garden it is?
I don't know, Roy. It's a coloured bloke. Might settle for a new fence, but it could be dodgy.
Can you square up that end if we manage to get Roach off the hook job-wise?
Oh, now, come on, I'm not sticking my neck out for some drunken CID officer and hat straight.
Hey,
Look,
come
I'll
on, Robert,
throw as
remember...
far as I can, but if it gets iffy...
Good boys can't be bad boys. How many favours have I done your firm in the past? How many times have I got your lads out the proverbial, eh?
Yeah, what am I doing here? Look, I'm not arguing with you, Roy. I'm just telling you so you know where you stand. I'll go as far as I can, and that's it.
Nice to know I can rely upon you, Bob. Bloody wooden tops.
Well, thanks very much for all your help. Good night, John. See you Sunday. I think that went off rather well, don't you, Roy?
Not bad, Gov.
Yes. Well, home to the little woman, I suppose. Perhaps you pop in the morning, Roy. A few things I'd like to discuss.
Yes, Gov.
Hanging on, are we, Roy?
Oh, I just want to see that WPC Ackland gets away safely, that's all.
Oh, yes. Well, good night, Roy. Ackland.
Night, sir.
Good night, Gov. Just give them a few minutes to get clear of the place, then give us those bottles.
You're not taking me home then, sir?
Taking you home? You don't want me to take you home, do you? Some people might get the wrong idea. Some might venture to think I'm the mystery man you're having it off with. And that'd never do. Would it?
Yeah, perhaps you're right. That'd never do. I do have my reputation to think of, sir.
No news from Ted Roach yet?
No.
Well, he hasn't made the headlines, or the obituaries, or even the sports pages, so there's some hope left.
What's right situation is wanted.
Governor, listen, I'm sorry I had to ring you at home, mate. Did I wake you up? Yes, Ted, listen. Yeah, I'm all right. Listen, Elkins and Crawley, I've caught them red-handed, mate. We'll need some help.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, Roy. I'll see you there. Fine. Whatever you're doing with that dog, Carver, don't. Come with me.
But I'm off in a couple of minutes, Sarge.
Yeah.
The early turn will be here. I've got the straighter book in.
Come on, move yourself.
Here, cop hold of this. Answers the name of Lucky.
Lucky? What's lucky about him?
For your sake, Ted, I hope this isn't a load of old moody.
Look, I could have gone sick, missing anything. I'm not asking for absolution. I'm telling you. We got a job. Believe me.
Well, let's hear it then.
Elkins and Crawley are knocking out the coats in the market. They've got their van in there.
Quickly!
It must be around here somewhere. In among the lorries.
Listen, you go that way, Bob. Carver, go with Sergeant. Right.
Yeah,
Mike,
okay,
come with me. Yeah.
Go around the end there.
Got to be here somewhere.
Nothing.
Nothing? Got to be around here somewhere.
Nothing. Hey, what's that?
Hold
Oh.
Nice. Oh, that's it. Cut it out, you two. Stop messing about, Ted. Hey, I'll come this way.
Ted.
2 men have just gone into my coal store as a forklift truck came up.
Is there any other way out?
No, that's it.
Can you get us in there?
I wouldn't bother. They won't be in there very long. It's well below freezing.
Have your lads had their breakfast yet?
Not for another half hour.
They couldn't take an earlier one today, could they?
I don't see why not.
Right, now you've got that lot banged up in there. Why don't we turn Ted's fiasco into a success story? What do you think?
You got no chance. You don't think I'm fool enough to believe that this Elkins and Crowley saga's going to save my skin?
Look, I've sweetened your limbo dancer for you. All you got to do is straighten him out for a new fence, right? Come on, I'll drop you off on the way back to the Nick.
Look, Orion's not a bad bloke. What do you mean on the way back to the Nick?
Not a bad bloke. I've heard that before.
Well, the early shift have got to relieve us. Look, don't mind standing around here for the love of it. I might even get a bit of cod to take home to Shirley. But the chief super isn't going to wear any more overtime.
Look, don't you worry about the early term or the overtime. I'll sort that out. With any luck, that'll be the least of the chief super's worries.
You got something up your sleeve or what?
I think you could say that.
All right. I'll take Ted over to Orion's and I'll be straight back. Come on, Ted.
But no buts. Go on, get out of it.
all right.
Mike? Yeah. On your toes to the golf club. See if you can trace where that scotch has come from. If they're not open, wake them up. Me and Carver will sit it out here, all right? Yeah, all right. And Mike, be discreet.
Are you sure, Sergeant, you can get me into the special constabulary?
Oh, Ted.
Mr. Ted.
And the day after they tried to blow up the Hackney Tower, is there light at the end of the tunnel for Britain's high-rise dwellers?
I'm sorry about this.
And a week on the Riviera for a fiver.
Look, it's not what you know, it's who you know. You know that, don't you?
But you can put in a good word for me, Mr. Ted.
Well, I got to put myself about a bit. You know, grease a few palms and all. You understand what I mean? Now, listen, what about this fence, Sam? What are we going to do about that, eh?
What fence, Mr. Ted?
Hello, Hollis. What are you doing here at this time? Oh, your 9 to 5 Wallace didn't get in till 10 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I had a few things on my mind. I couldn't sleep. Here, I didn't know you was a dog handler.
Yeah, well, the bloody thing's been making so much noise tied up out in the yard. I've had to take it for a walk to keep it quiet.
Some people have all the luck.
Yeah, too true. I'll be glad when the van from Battersea Dogs Home gets here.
Are you sure there's not another way out?
Quite sure. I've cut the electricity off from the door.
Do you want to have a sit down, sir? I've been up all night.
Take a pew, son. Would you gentlemen like a cup of coffee?
Please. Cheers.
2 coffees for either.
Don't get too comfortable, Carver. We want to be out there when they come out. Don't get a couple of them sheepskin coats. Must be brass monkeys in there. Go on. Sir.
Well, like I say, sir, I don't like to bother you at home, and I don't like to have to inform on another officer. Well, it goes against the grain. But drunken driving. I mean, he could have killed somebody. That is my prime concern.
Thank you, Hollis. Leave it with me.
No, right, sir. Oh, by the way, sir, about the new clerk's job.
Inside yet?
No. Look, I can't hold the lads back much longer.
Your balls have dropped off. What we have taking around here like this? Freezing. You've been terrific. One more favour, though.
Sure.
Could one of your lads take us in on that forklift truck?
I don't see why not. Terry!
You get Ted sorted out with his fence business?
I don't know, I left him with Orion. It'd be a mug if he doesn't.
Right, come on one of these. Okay, take it away, mate.
you be a little more, specific?
Oh, it's just a routine inquiry, sir. Fake brands. They're becoming a bit of a problem.
I can assure you, all our spirits are purchased through reputable merchants. We buy nothing over the counter. What was the brand again?
Monroe Country. It's a malt.
There's a coincidence. The Monroe bonded warehouse is down in Limehouse. One of our members is the manager there.
Poor little buggers. Now I know what I mean when they say don't look like a kipper. I couldn't interest you two gentlemen in a couple of bent sheepskin coats, could I?
Have you got a member's book? Addresses, dates of joining, all that?
Yes, under the bar. But why do you want to see that?
Can I have a look at it?
Oh, no. Quite irregular.
Mr. Wiggins, this is a licensed bar, isn't it?
Of course.
Which comes under police supervision.
What do you reckon of this one, Jim? Everything all right? Yeah, fine. I reckon it suits him, doesn't it? Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's better than that old blue shirt. Wait, turn around, show us the back. Is it comfortable? Lovely. Have you tried one of these brown ones on yet?
No, sir.
Shall I? 60. Get it off. What do you think you're doing, you idiot?
Well, they wouldn't miss one, would they, Gov? If you're not careful, you'll be back on dog walking duty again. And you, Carver.
Inspector Galloway, I want to see you and Sergeant Roach in my office immediately.
64.
When you stop messing about with that dog, get Sergeant Roach on the ear now. I want him back here immediately.
Oh, he's up in the canteen, sir. Thank you for taking me home last night, sir. Oh, that's all right, June. All in the course of duty.
Have you found what you're looking for?
Pass me that phone, will you? And make yourself scarce. Find me all your spirit receipts for the last quarter.
Your conduct last night, Roach, was unbecoming to any police officer, let alone a detective sergeant. It was a disgrace. Not only to the police force in general, but to myself in particular. I take great exception to any...
Well, you better put me through. Yes, it's urgent.
When you left that party, Roach, you were in no state to drive a motor vehicle. It was obvious to everybody that you'd had too much to drink. Yet Inspector Galloway stood... I said I wasn't to be disturbed. All right. It's for you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yes?
Gov, I've traced the Scotch connection. Richard Dix, one of the chief super's guests last night. He's the manager of Monroe's bonded warehouse. Do you want me to go and pick him up?
What's the story?
Well, sounds like a straight theft employee. Probably considers it one of the perks of the job. You know, lifting a couple of bottles now and again. Know what I mean?
Don't, I repeat, don't take this matter any further. Return to the station, Dashwood, and we'll talk about it here, all right?
I'll be about 15 minutes. See you, Gov.
Cheers. A matter of great delicacy's come up, so I think we ought to talk alone. Could you leave us, Ted?
What are you up to, Galloway?
Last night, sir, Mr. Richard Dix, a guest of yours from the golf club, knowingly brought stolen bottles of scotch to the party.
Why don't you go home, Sarge? You look dead beat.
I want to wait and see what's happened to Ted.
Well, I only hope when I'm in trouble, God forbid, that you'll be waiting in the wings ready to bail me out.
I'll go and find Roy. Something must have been decided by now.
Been in there over an hour now.
My promotion. I've had it now, that's the end of me. All those wasted years studying. Will you stop bloody well prancing up and down? You're making me feel worse.
You sure it wasn't too late?
What?
My phone call.
I wish I'd known about that stolen scotch. I'm telling you, I would have well and truly nicked Mr. Dickie Dix.
Galloway wouldn't have had anything to trade with, would he?
Brownlow was really ready to have me hung, drawn and quartered, all because of that bloody retirement party. Being pressurised into going, that's what started it all. I should have stuck to my principles and refused. Never again.
We're going for a meal.
Oh, right, Doc.
But what's happening? What about me?
Come on, Roy, are we going or what?
Going where?
We didn't think you'd be interested, Tim.
Come on, Mike.
Will somebody please tell me what's happening?
Well, the chief super's ordered us all to go for a drink and an early lunch on some restaurant boat, but knowing how you feel about being pressurised into doing things, well, I didn't think you'd want to come.
Oh, come off it, Gov. You know me. If the chief super says you got to go someplace, well,